Somebody's suffering more than you.
I say we have life, it have hope. So even when you find it hard for you to cope, come on, I say to wipe your tears away. Kiss yourself and hug yourself and let the music play.
Never ever worry.
Never worry, never worry, never worry about a thing. No,
Never ever worry.
but life is never easy. Hear the song we sing.
Never ever worry.
What I'm saying is true. Always consider somebody suffering more than you.
Tell them to never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I say to tell them never ever worry. Don't mind how you're suffering bad.
Tell them again.
Never ever worry. What I'm saying is true.
So true.
Always consider somebody suffering more than you.
Come round, set up like mix the thing. Come round, set up like
Before you go, before you, I wanna fly. You began in the Senate of opposition and waited your turn. Then with Manning as your PM giving directions, you studied and learned. You paid attention to Robbie Pandekamla, observed all their mistakes. So there is not one excuse that you can make, none that we can take. Cause we give you a turn to ride the DPM1 motor car. You change the whole interior with propaganda, it's smelling strong song.
This is TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Good morning. This is your TTT News update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Recent repairs to a damaged subsea gas pipeline have increased the amount of natural gas flowing into Trinidad and Tobago's energy system. That's according to Trinidad and Tobago NGL Chairman Gerald Ramdeen, who said the restoration of the pipeline followed years of neglect and required a substantial financial commitment. However, he noted that it has already delivered measurable benefits to the national gas supply.
That repair has cost this country, or has cost this country $1.5 billion, while the former minister was flying around the world negotiating gas contracts. His business was not the repair of pipelines. So we've made that our business. So the pipeline was repaired, and as a result of that, you are correct. It has resulted in an incremental increase in the amount of gas that comes into this system because the pressures have regulated themselves to allow that.
He confirmed that since the pipeline repair, gas pressures have stabilized, allowing more supply to enter the system.
It fluctuates depending on the pressures that are in the lines on a daily basis. And we look at it every morning and every afternoon. So it fluctuates. It's not a fixed figure that one can say X amount is the amount, but it is in the environment that we are in. Every molecule of gas that we can bring into the system is extremely valuable to us.
Government is undertaking major desilting works along the El Socorro Road, which would assist in alleviating flooding. Speaking at the launch of the project, Member of Parliament for Barataria San Juan, Saddam Hussein, said it was long overdue. He said the project will bring relief to thousands of residents.
If you go right now, if you lift those manhole covers, you would realize that because of the years and years of silt that has built up, that it probably touches the top of the pavement. And that is hardened silt. We have a lot of equipment. We have the vac trucks and the water trucks and so on to try to get out that slush from under the drains.
Utilities Minister Barry Padarath said the project will be expanded in the coming months.
we have been very proactive in terms of pooling our in-house resources together through WASA and other state agencies to ensure that the equipment that is under the purview of the state is utilized in a very systematic way, in that we move from one constituency to the other without bearing any major cost.
In sport, it's been a tough week for West Indies women's cricket, both on the field and in the rankings. Captain Hayley Matthews has lost her grip on the #1 spot in the ICC Women's T20I All-Rounders rankings, a position she held for nearly 2.5 years, dethroned by New Zealand skipper Amelia Kerr. Kerr has claimed the #1 spot following a stunning century and 2 wickets for just 6 runs in a 95-run victory over South Africa in Christchurch. Meanwhile, Australian opener Georgia Voll's maiden T20I century, a blazing 52-ball 100, helped the Aussies to a series win, and in doing so, she became the new #1 ranked T20I batter in the world. On a brighter note for the West Indies, Stephanie Taylor's unbeaten century in the ODI series gave the hosts a reason to smile, vaulting her 10 places to 28th in the ODI batting rankings. And that's what's making the news this morning. But joining us right now, it's Vimala Balkaran, the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today. Good morning, Vimala.
Good morning, Carrie, and happy April Fools.
Yeah, happy April Fools, right?
Yeah, don't let anyone fool you today.
Yeah, that's the thing. People will come up with all these outlandish stories, and, some of them are quite believable, but, you have to be a little more vigilant today.
Yeah, actually, I'm expecting it. More than ever this year, I'm expecting it, especially.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
This is about creating opportunity through responsible management and citizen participation in national wealth. We are targeting US $3 billion in new investment within the next few years in energy, in construction, in tourism, and the digital economy.
Music.
It's reconstruction time in Trinidad, so put your shoulder to the wheel, man, lad, move on, don't stop till you reach the top. You put a hand and I put a hand and we will sing. For big and for small in no time at all, prosperity. There's no other way to do it. Show your patriotic spirit, unity, somehow. If Trinidad ever needed you, is now.
Culture.
The budget has goodies and some not so goodies, but that is because fairness requires that everyone plays their part.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1. Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1, bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I'll get right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation.
Are we in for a super over? I've got to go quick! I've got to go quick!
From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Every morning begins with a story. The headlines you need. The voices you trust. The conversations shaping our nation. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today, where your day starts informed and inspired. News that matters to you. Conversations that spark new ideas. Stories that move Trinidad and Tobago forward. Tune in weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. or join the conversation on any smart device at TNT Today Show. Trinidad and Tobago Today. Start here, exclusively on TTT.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, sir. Nice. Time check. It's 10 minutes past your hour, 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City, 91.1 FM. You're also listening to us and viewing us on our several social media platforms. Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube, Corridor Transformation on YouTube, 648 Television, Ruben Felix on YouTube, The Ground Report on YouTube, not forgetting at Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube and on Facebook and on TikTok. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning to you.
Bang, 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 bang.
Let me say a pleasant good morning to those of you that are locked on to us on social media. Let me say a pleasant good, let me also say a pleasant good morning to Tobago. Mother Bernie, all of you out there, pleasant good morning to you in Tobago. Oh boy, while I put certain things together here, let me say a pleasant good morning to Snipes. A pleasant good morning to you, Director Snipes.
Pleasant good morning, Andy. Pleasant good morning, Trinidad, Tobago, and the wider world. And a pleasant good morning to you, Lennox.
Nice. I really and truly enjoy working in the studios yesterday of Talk City 91.1 FM. But today I'm back in the studios of Real Media TT. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A pleasant good morning to you as well. It was a pleasure and a delight, of course, to have you in studio physically and working side by side. I think it was a very, very refreshing experience, quite apart from the rewards. But that being as it may, of course, a pleasant good morning to all and sundry, East, West, North, South, Central in Trinidad, our friends in Tobago. And wherever you are, streaming on the World Wide Web, a pleasant good day to you. Yes, indeed, we have a jam-packed program for you. Don't forget, of course, at 7:15, we have, of course, the Pitbulls Capiche.
I hear people win money yesterday, boy.
Boy, when we get to that point, we will certainly extrapolate. Yeah, but I hope we ain't getting any. So I prefer to wait until 7:15 because I ain't getting that. Otherwise, I'll talk all now, and I will talk for the rest of the day. But I ain't getting any, so it's all right. But the fact is that people have won, so we're glad for them. We're glad for them.
But you know, we've got to see NLCB. But you know where I realize? You know when we are all seeing the mark and them thing, and even if it's the next save man mind, you know it's not hard. Not one person say they win the mark because I don't have the fee we go back them. But nobody is saying they win the mark, you know. Everybody, yeah, the mark, but nobody want to say, don't tell Stefan. I realize Stefan Rees, every day you want to know, what mark today? I feel Stefan Rees winning money and the man is telling me nothing, boy.
well, you know, it is said that a fool and his money is soon part, and that it takes a wise man to spend money because he would have made it. I suppose all those factors they are taken and are in uppermost of their minds, not to share, because of course they will need to spend it wisely.
Boy.
and sharing is not one of the wisdom that is part and parcel of that calendar of let's say activities that they would engage in with their hard-earned winnings.
They ain't gonna do that.
No, they ain't doing that. Of course, we have quite a number of issues on the table. Of course, I understand that the teachers are acting up as well. Is it something that they are doing in turn? You have the teachers acting up for increased salaries. About 70 of them, they said did not get their correct salary. I suppose is last month, or the month just finished, and then they are talking about, of course, back pay as well, and we see that has happened, and we saw, of course, a situation with the nurses that have affected, of course, the health system in Trinidad and Tobago very, very negatively. People are very upset and are very skeptical as well as to whether or not they should go for medical attention at these institutions. I don't think they're doing themselves any good and the system itself any favor by acting in such a selfish way. But the decision makers, I suppose, and their leaders are rooting them on. Of course, a very slim, I think about 40 persons would have been at the compound or in the precincts of the Ministry of Education, holding up placards. The placards probably, I understand, might have been had more issues than the number that were there. So there are those who are saying categorically they are not going to participate in this unnecessary menace of a so-called protest. But we understand the political truth.
But who are saying that? Nurses, one or two nurses saying they're not going to participate in it?
Teachers in this case, teachers.
Some of the teachers are saying that.
Yeah.
All right. So we have teachers protest. Want them money. We have nurses want them money. At the end of the day, if the government of Trinidad and Tobago owing people their money, they had to organize and find ways and means to give them the money. But the only thing I again watch out, because I always like fair play. Where was their voice back then under the PNM administration, whereby they threw away $1 trillion in 10 years? $1 trillion in 10 years. You can't see what $1 trillion spent in this country because everything going through. Where was all of their voices? As we was making a joke yesterday, I don't think you was in the studio when myself, Snipes, and Mr. X and Stefan was making a joke yesterday, as in asking me now where if it have any new place open at this point I'm in Trinidad and Tobago that deals with fixing people voice. That is fixed voice. There's fixed voice. I didn't catch it in the beginning, but then when I do catch it, what they're trying, what is the throw to me, they ask me if I have any new place that is fixed voice. I want to catch it, I say, yeah. They have a new place that is fixed voice. Yeah, it have a surgery room there. That place cost the people, cost the PNM in raffle money $100 and something million to build, but it's still incomplete. But they make sure that one aspect of that place is operational. That $100 million building, PNM headquarters, they make sure one aspect of that place is operational. That's the surgery room that deals with voice. And at this point in time, the PNM already had 50,000 or more surgeries at Balize House and fixed 50,000 people of Trinidad and Tobago voice that did not voice. There are a lot of successful surgeries there. That is what I said. And watch, surgeries are still ongoing. By now and the next 2-3 months from now, or within a year from now, you will see approximately 100 to 200,000 people will get that voice surgery at Balize House, the only operational part of that building. What you go see?
I hear you,
they
my
laugh.
friend.
They laugh.
No, I ain't laughing. That is serious.
I said them laugh, but
serious.
I serious.
Oh, they laugh.
But I serious thing, Lennox Smith.
Of course. Because we know where the genesis is of all these persons who would have found their voice now, but were very silent. They were tone deaf, and they were muted. And now that the new administration is in place, they have found a new lease on life for their vocal cords and their voice boxes. Yes, and therefore, the technical term is the larynx. Yes, and we are observing, but I don't think the general public will be fascinated by that. I think they know what we know as well. And therefore, their newfound voice is because the PNM is in opposition. Full stop. And they will make the nexus. They will make the connection. Even in my own community, a fella came there last night and he said, Mr. Smith, I want to tell you, we never see that before. All the years we see Wasatch pulling and sewer line fix and the sewer issue and the running on the surface on the road and inside of the courtyard of these plannings, raw sewer. And he says, wow. I say, yes. And of course, when we were there, both the Minister of Housing and in the Ministry of Housing, I'm talking about Philip Alexander, people came out of their looking through their windows and so on and the edges and started to give us a round of applause. And I thought that was very, very refreshing. So I don't think that the efforts of attempting to stymie and to scuttle and to generate the kind of mayhem that they would have anticipated, talking about the PNM and engendered, of course, and some of their minions, like what we have just described in the labor movement, will get any kind of serious traction, even though, of course, the traditional newspapers will pick it up, as well as some of the trolls, some of their trolls in the social media arena. So, our job is to really, make the people understand what we are saying here. And if they didn't, not to be lured and be discerning as a consequence, because at the end of the day, it's their own interests they must seek first and foremost, as we have always said. And at the end of the day, the right thing you will do at the right time. Elections is about 5 years away, but we have a local next year as well. So we want to make certain that the information is such that it is sufficiently distilled and marionate, as Mikey and you would like to say in their minds. I would prefer to say ideate, so that they can think and therefore arrive at a solution or in a conclusion that is beneficial to them, their neighborhood, their community, and of course the country.
It's nice. Well, I see a tragic end for a dad and son. They say gunmen strike a home in the dead of night. What went on there, Lennox Smith, boy? I mean that at least have a heart. Leave our heart at least when only see the children, boy. Oh God, them children can come back for you. They can strike all you. When only going at the parents and them, oh God, only those supposed to. But oh God, only seeing like babies and things are wrong, only seeing like kids are wrong. Have a heart, not criminals. Shooters have a heart, I don't beg all you. Because I can't beg the police. Because until the detection rate increase, you all will continue to be more emboldened until eventually you will be striking politicians too. By then I think police might take these things, when they start to kill police too. Again, what I'm saying here, in any way, is for anybody to break the law to do anything like that. It's to just make all in sundries, all the various authorities aware that please, don't wait till they start to actually shoot down police and kill politicians before they can get a grip on detection. It come like a child growing up, thieving milk in the cupboard. Mommy and daddy really and truly picking up on it, maybe because they don't drink milk. But mommy and daddy are lay alcohol there too. But it's only one child and two parents in the house. The two parents ain't drinking, but the alcohol going down. Mommy and daddy still picking up on it. The child start to get more and more emboldened. Daddy put down his wallet. It had plenty money in it. The child believe it. I will just take a hunch because I see it at 3D. Daddy pick up on it. And more. Mommy and daddy pick up on the wrong things that child doing in order to discipline that child, because you have to first catch that child. That child will just move from that to bigger and bigger things. But right,
I like where you're going because, we like to give personal as well as practical experiences.
Yes.
I had a situation at home recently. Every time I give $100 to buy a specific thing, there is always somebody coming, one of the other siblings, and saying, buy this for me, or the one who I gave the money in particular will come back and say she took this or he took this, and so on and so forth. That's all right. If that is the case, then I will give no $100 bill again for anybody to go and buy anything. So if I don't have change, then of course you lost out, and that's it. So I'm reinforcing the point that there must be some inculcation or some kind of mechanism where you instill some kind of discipline. Otherwise, this thing could go haywire, and when you really need it, they engage because you were participating in that indulgement, whether you like it or not, whether you did it without your knowledge. But there must have been signs, because it's been done over and over, that something is wrong and therefore amiss, and therefore you must take action, corrective action. And that is, in my case, that is what I did.
Well, and all it takes for this country and for the police service, the commissioner of police and them, all it takes is detection. Detection. You catch them. Oh God, I all you know. Bow, somebody dead. And the suspect, somebody get a hold for it, or in custody for it, because a man is innocent until proven guilty. It's a deterrent. Fast detection. And when so long as that detection rate go up, I tell all the time going and go down. Especially the killings. Boy, I telling all in this country, all them shooters and them aim bold. They know for sure they ain't getting catch. And who get catch? Stupid. Because if you see how the system is, and you as a shooter, a killer, and you get catch, with how stupid and dumb this system is, you had to get catch. But for sure, at this point in time, the way how this system in Trinidad and Tobago is, catching a killer is merely impossible. That's what you understand what I'm saying, boy? It's impossible to catch a killer. One, we don't have any laws in place and legislations in place where video camera or videos could be put as evidence. We still have this kunu stupidness where you need a human being. A human being, and they say, yeah, I see the man and die the man, to pay away in detention and witness protection. You walk in for a $6,000-7,000 salary a month or whatever price. The pay for about up to a month or so, if that is what time it is, the workplace. After that, them done pay you. You home in a witness protection program, getting a mere stipend. You are your children to mine. You must be renting your rent because your whole family now with you there. You have to organize to make sure the house have food. What said, let me say the wife or the woman you're living with ain't working no way. And use the breadwinner end up in witness protection. What's me? You done there, you know. Your family done and you done there, you know. Just because you put yourself to be a witness, you know. All your life done, you know. Because one, you put yourself to be a witness, then you're protecting your family, while you think they're going to pow, send that message, you're going to kill your family. They'll kill one first and send back a message, boy, make sure nobody is saying there when you go in court, you know. Because they will leave others alive to let you know. And but for the time you see one gun down, Your Honor, that day I feel I drink something, Your Honor. I know marijuana is legal. Home, I could have smoked at home. I smoke at Miami, Your Honor. And I swear, I saw that person. But, Your Honor, it was not that person. The person I saw was a red man, that one black. It was an Indian, that one is a Creole. So, Your Honor, I make a mistake. Please, court, please forgive me. And I changed my plea one time. And
the intimidation and the perspective. But we have to go for the break. And when we come back, more on this edition of the Ground Report.
TNTech wants you to fly safe. While enjoying this kite flying season, remember, kites touching power lines can cause power outages. You could also be electrocuted. For safe kite flying, fly kites in open fields, away from streets, highways, power lines, electrical installations, and equipment. Use dry string, never wire. Don't remove kites that are entangled on poles or power lines. Don't fly kites in wet weather. Wet strings conduct electricity. TNTech, the power to make it work.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
It's
Is your business experiencing the following symptoms? Not enough customers, low sales, or slow cash flow? It's time for your business to be seen and heard by thousands of potential customers inside this new, exciting television and social media feature.
Welcome.
The 1020 with Junior K. Up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yes, indeed. Of course, we are back. Time check is just about 25 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock, and we continue. Of course, as I said, I enjoy it that at 7:15 that capiche is very, very, very intriguing, very interesting, and of course, you can make some money at the same time. So, if most of us or all of us get money through an institution that employs us, that set up a system where we can take the money, why not? Why not? Right? So that is what the role of NLCB, as far as I'm concerned, is. And so, of course, don't forget, of course, at 8:15, we have as well, of course, the word of the day challenge. And, of course, I expect people to take out their computers, their dictionaries, whether it's electronic or is it traditional, meaning that paperback, and go ahead and give us
today.
2
We're
words.
going to be giving the word a little earlier.
Yeah. Well, yes. Okay then. Right. So I have been instructed. So why must I challenge? So because it's the word of the day challenge, no, I would not challenge the director. That being as it may, of course, we have a number of other issues that are on the front burner. Of course, the 20,000 workers to benefit from the NUGFW 10% wage recently negotiated. So good for you, of course. NUGFW is well known for daily paid workers. So across the board in the public sector, meaning that in government sector. So congratulations to them for that, and I'm sure that there must be some element of back pay within that, apart from the substantive new salary that they would be will be benefiting from, just as, of course, the public servants, just as the teachers, and just as all of the other state-oriented employees that have been the beneficiary of recent negotiations, courtesy a government that really cares and understands. And of course, a debt is a debt, and one would be assured that you will get what you have to get. Of course, because of cash flow issues, as we have seen, well, I'm sure that other, let's say, supplanting of cash, like mortgage, of course, getting EGC and land for the landless, etc. I would advise those who have not yet gotten there to, of course, seek that and take advantage of that as well. Because, I mean, investing in a piece of land, investing in a home, I think is the greatest investment you could make. Some say it's a car, but I say no, it's real estate, right? Get a roof over your head, and then we could talk, serious talk. Right, in terms of your contribution to not just your family and the security thereof, but certainly the society in general. All right. Andy, are you there? Yes, indeed. Yes. So NUGFW, we have, of course, and Andy, went to the break on a particular topic. I just want to say that I am amazed as to the frequency and how the life itself could be easily snuffed out, and there's no value placed on it by those perpetrators. The efficaciousness of a gun, and you see that by which part they will point the gun and, of course, discharge the missiles that is lodged within the head for the head, and therefore you're shot to die. So it's not the body or the legs or the extremities and so on. So the intention is to kill, and therefore, really and truly, apart from the preemptive nature of the investigative arm and intelligence arm of the police, we also have to do our best to get the guns off the streets. I think a major blow would have been, of course, the recent United States intervention down in the Southern Caribbean here, but that is now over, so we don't know if there is a resurgence of more of these items coming in, apart from those that would have been already here. Andy, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh boy, but again, if the government is serious, which they are, I want to believe they are, they have some open things that are just right there to be fixed. If I know all of this, that Director Snipes and all could laugh, you could move very smart in your language to be able to explain it, but in a way not offensive to the people that live right among where that nice institution that you have there that help a lot of people. And all of us know it. And let's be very cautious based on how we talking, because we know that what time it is. But I really would like to know and would like to ask anybody if they really and truly feel safe. If it is in real, because I telling you, for what I see it and where it reached now, man, that could come to any one of we through a gun, and whatsoever, we're not going to get no justice. None. They're not going to get a whole nobody. And again, whoever get catch, stupid. Whoever get catch, stupid. Morning, caller.
Good morning.
Oh boy. Could you call hang up? Let me go for the next one. Yeah, let me just think this here quick. Oh boy, I ain't wanna lose them out at all. Come on. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. What's on your front burner this morning? Welcome to the number one program, The Ground Report.
Well, let me say pleasant morning to Andy Williams, the Pitbull. Let me say a pleasant morning to Lennox Smith, the Englishman, and Snipes, my brother. Andy, come to the front of the class and stay there. I'll tell you why. The last time I called here was a spiritual Baptist holiday. Andy, you with me?
Yes, we are.
We are.
You remember?
Go ahead, Mike.
Thank you very much. I just want to take your mind and I'm coming to the contribution. You remember I asked you after this holiday if crime will go away? Let's go there. This morning, a nation should be up in arms when a 11-month-old baby, Andy and Lennox and Snart, it's early, I had to talk hard. And a nation should be up in arms with a 11-year-old baby have been gunned down. But here we are going with this. I want to pin that death squarely on the independent senators, on Marsha Walker, who was lying down in front of the parliament, on Penny Beckles and the PNM. If they had allowed that Zoso bill to go through, they would have been able already to be in these communities to ensure a 11-month-old baby, Andy Lennox and Snipe, would have not lost its life. They would have already to go in these communities to flush out these killers and these monsters and these barbarous killers. But no, all you put politics in front of the Zoso bill. Marsha Walker, this next crazy one running all over the place, Kizelle Jackson, and all these wannabe sycophants. I wonder how they're feeling this morning. If I could have met these independent senators, you know, Andy, I haven't heard a cry from the 9 independent senators up to yesterday. I waiting. I haven't heard the opposition leader, weak Penny Beckles, weak. You heard any one of them, the human cry? But no. When that bill came to the parliament, yes, to safeguard, you heard anything from the member of parliament in that area, a PNM-run constituency? And you tell me this morning, tell me Andy, tell me Lennox, tell me Snipes, how can we rest in this country before I take my leave, Andy? Oh yes, Andy, I want to bring it real. Andy, I want to bring it from the depth of my heart this morning. A 11-month-old baby. And let me say this again. I pinned that death on Penny Beckles and the PNM. On Marsha Walker, what was lying down in front of the parliament. And the independent senators that say no to the Zoso bill that the Honorable Prime Minister and her government see it fit. And you came here together with Lennox and Snipe, and nobody listened. And this morning, a 11-month-old baby and the father is gone down. Where is the human cry this morning? From this so-called PNM, Marsha Walker, Crazy Kizelle Jackson, and the independent senators. I say fire burn all you. I want to hear all you, Andy and Lennox and Snipe, about this.
Thank you very much. And it's an 11-month baby. 11-year-old month.
Yeah, not 11 years, 11 months. 11 not even a year old.
Yeah.
One so month short of a year.
Babies, Kwa keep here 11-year month. I kind of get. So it's an 11-month-old baby. Tabaki. Morning caller.
Yes.
Pleasant good morning to you, Andy, Lennox, and Director Snipe. Andy, today is the 1st of April, my anniversary month. I know if I damn fool got married. So the last 9 years plus I was single and I knew wellness. So let me move on here. You can think about that, Andy. You might be the man walking along the aisle.
Well, he has brought a new meaning to All Fools Day.
Boy.
That is a good one.
Boy, KFC really kind of mad in here, you know. Me ain't gonna lie, you know.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Snipes. Good morning, ground reporters worldwide. Good morning. Andy, well said. Hey, watch me. You can say it much better. Well said, Andy, boy. And that topic we on there, real as it could be. Trust what I'm telling you. You bring it real this morning.
Morning, Andy and Lennox. You all are not on the ground with people as often as you all should be, despite the program is called The Ground Report. I am a man on the ground, and yesterday I was in the Port of Spain bus terminal in the afternoon, and people were quarreling. They said that they voted for the UNC, and they're not getting representation, they're not getting a lot of things, and they are saying that how they're not seeing about San Fernando. All you cannot be taking the buses in South because they hardly have buses and send all to UE. You're not replacing the buses one and you're sending everything to UE. And people not getting bus to go Port of Spain. Yesterday a fella said he waited, right, 6 hours for a bus to go South. As a matter of fact, he said he came earlier on and he waited for a while. Then he went back to Diego Martin and came back, and it still had no bus to San Fernando. And these are the things that is causing the government to fail. They're not seeing about people on the ground. And I keep telling you all over and over again, all you're running that terminal in San Fernando like it's all your own. That is not a UE bus terminal. All you're cancelling buses all over the place, right? Port of Spain, Point.
Lennox, let me see while the man talking now. Let me play him continue with boss man.
All right, okay.
Shogunas, this place, and
we
you
are having some
cannot get
adjustments in studio,
a proper
so just bear with us.
All right, very good, understood.
See bus service. I keep saying this over and over again, and nothing is happening in this country. Furthermore, the country is just on autopilot. We're not seeing our Prime Minister coming out and addressing the people. We're not seeing the other ministers. Andy and Lennox, don't underestimate the power of them activists. Them activists are meeting together regularly, and they're educating the people and putting things in people's head not to support the government. I saw a program last night where some activists who voted for the UNC, they are now running back to the PNM, and they're encouraging people to do the same. And they are telling people that the government is racial and they're riding the backs of African people, and they're not seeing about them, they just want their vote. So let the government continue as it is, right? Nothing happening in this country over a year now. All we just seeing is just insults from this man called Philip, right? Making a lot of racial remarks, derogatory remarks, using a lot of foul language on social media, and it's like the Prime Minister not doing anything about it. This kind of brass face, disrespectful way, right, that this man is operating is a disgrace to the government. He is the UNC's biggest weapon. See that man called Philip? He will dismantle all your party. Get serious and govern the country. The country looking like a dump. The place nasty. Rubbish is not being collected. These are the things all you have to see about. And I want the Prime Minister to please stop sending all the buses in San Fernando and send buses where they're supposed to go. Because all you can have people waiting for hours for a bus because everything going UE. All you have shares in UE?
Good day, Andy. This is probably going to be the last day you hear from me, my friend. It has come to my attention that the Democrats have gotten key evidence regarding myself, regarding the Epstein files, the illegal capture of Nicolas Maduro, and the bombings of the narco trafficking boats in the Caribbean, not to mention the recent war against Iran, have all landed me in a pot of hot water now. I expect Congress to begin impeachment proceedings against me also. Because of the evidence they have gathered, there is no getting away from me, Andy. So rather than to face a impeachment trial, I will resign the presidency of the United States of America, and I will be having a press conference to further inform the people of the United States today. I want to thank you, Andy, and the Ground Report. As I say, all the best to you all. I'm very sad to leave you guys, but I know the show will get bigger and better in the months ahead. As President Trump, I'm going to miss you all. Goodbye, Andy, and happy April Fool's Day to everyone.
He kicks in with any Democrat baccarat going on.
But I mean the last phrase that he used tells you that is kicking April Fool's Day.
I don't know because I know this committee got evidence, you know. So I say, but wait, like you said, them Democrats and them there's something on Trump or.
Yeah, well that's a very good exhibition of a good April Fool's advocate.
But Lennox said he will make you all start to wonder what news pass. What MC files.
At a certain point.
But like I missed something.
Man, say you want to resign. I said, but this thing it's serious, boy. I said, but war going on.
People, of course, pay no mind. Today, of course, is the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. Let's go for the break, and when we come back more, it's getting hot.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. Passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. Edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most. On air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it loud.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
On to the Ground Report, Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, and Mighty Kirk. Thanks to the Almighty God, through His wonderful Son Jesus Christ, for continuing looking upon your family and all of you, and bringing you all back out today to spend the next beautiful day with His guidance and protection to your family and your children and all your supporters. Bossman, I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody knows that you don't like the UNC government. When you open your mouth, it's not salt better than your mouth. There's only poison coming out. You understand? You're balling there, and let me tell you something. Something wrong with you. You like you wasn't living in Trinidad all the time. You know show up. I know where you come from. Every time you open mouth, this bitterness, right? About the activists and all kind of nonsense you're talking. Yeah? I want you to call Rowley and Beckles and ask them, call the opposition and ask them how the buses, how the country was running before. Yeah? You finding all fault, somebody paying you to bash this government out. You don't need to hear your boy. Call from the old bus now, like that was telling you mad. Anytime you open, anybody could listen and hear good at hearing good. You ain't talking a set of rubbish every day, boy. Your comment is a waste of time. You're talking nonsense. Where you really living? Or they like the award run back to what PNM what? You like what PNM do? You think what really disrespect Kamala? You like that too? What you really talking about, boy? Yeah, you see how this country mash up for 10 years under the PNM? You want to compare UNC with PNM? Eh? Kamala go to Maduro and make no oil deal, you know. And she close down the refinery, all kind of nonsense, you know. Billions of dollars missing from the treasury. What you know? But if you have nothing to do, go and look for some kind of thing somewhere where you can see it. Mash. The biggest fool that I have right now in Trinidad and Tobago is the boss man. That boss man, you're mad. The biggest fool that I have. Watch yourself good and you know everybody knows he's a fool. Go and stand up on top the stamp on the hill and show yourself as the biggest fool.
Yeah, and Lennox, morning. That's why when I message all that, it's time for these fellas to start to get hung and stop putting them in jail. I don't let you kill these fellas something to make, but the system needs to change. These fellas taking things for granted. What the little baby, what the little baby do for that little baby to pass through that? Eh? These fellas don't have no what to see but nobody life again, but anything is anything now, you know. Yeah, understand? You come in for one man, and you see others there, is everybody got to pay for that one man. Understand? That baby ain't supposed to be in that boy. Understand? No, when you catch these fellas, no, we're going to put them in jail. No making no sense, boy. Just how hard are people born into a loved one? Give these fellas the same penalty, boy. Hang these fellas, electrocute these fellas, something, boy. And this crime will go down, you know. This crime will go down, but the thing is a money making thing. This is how the system is. Crime is a money making. Understand? Because you know, prosecute everybody else and make them money. Still they kill them, they have nothing to get. Understand how the system is.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go for the 7 o'clock news and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
Good morning. This is your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. 2 hikers who were reported missing in Chaguaramas have been safely located. Confirmation came of the rescue on Tuesday afternoon from Captain of the Hunters Search and Rescue Team, Valence Rambarat. Captain Rambarat said the couple was found by officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, and there are no reports of injuries. The pair had been reported missing around 3:20 p.m. on Monday after venturing to the plane crash site in Chaguaramas. A coordinated search effort was immediately launched, involving the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Air Support Unit, the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service, the Defense Force, and the Hunters Search and Rescue Team. In other news, El Socorro residents are welcoming the start of desilting works in their community, as this will help alleviate years of flooding issues. One resident, Kayam Ali, thanked the Member of Parliament and by extension the government for their intervention.
I've been living here, just 2 houses away there, for over 50 years. And it's only within the last 5 to 6 years have we encountered anything like what we are encountering. If rain just drizzle, the road is flooded.
And businessman and resident Kurt Budusing lamented that he suffered significant losses over the years due to the flooding.
I lose plenty goods. I lose business because people can't come in to do anything. And personal things too, we lose.
Autism Awareness Month, observed from April 1st to April 30th each year, seeks to increase understanding, acceptance, and support for autistic individuals. On the eve of the Autism Awareness Month, co-founders of Autistically Speaking challenge misconceptions aimed at fighting stigma of autism and reshaping how the disorder is viewed. Josanne Wright's message to parents was clear: seek early care for children living with autism and embrace the disorder with understanding.
Of course, a lot of parents not accepting their reality and living in their truth. The longer you take to swallow that pill, the longer your child is going to sit behind and really wait. You know, it's not about you. You have to get up and get. And I know the second thing is the resources. I know that the resources are limited. I get it. I know. I am a born Trinidadian as well. I know. It's not that I don't know, but there's so many home remedies that you can do to increase your motor skills and to increase speech and socialization. Start at home. Use Google, use YouTube.
Ms. Wright also challenged parents of autistic children to peer through a different lens, noting that instead of looking at the disorder as a weakness, it can be viewed as a strength.
To all the parents in Trinidad and Tobago, I know what it feels like. Accept the reality. Try to advocate as much and as hard as you can for your child. Living your truth. Autism doesn't mean that life stops. It doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy life. Tweak life however it suits you as a family, but don't let life pass you by because of a diagnosis.
Now in sport, let's take a look at the Women's League football standings as they head into the Easter break. In the Trinidad Conference, after 6 rounds of matches, AC Port of Spain led with 16 points and remained the only unbeaten team on the 7-team table. UTT are just 1 point behind in second place, while star-studded Club Sando are third on 13 points. There's a gap with the rest of the pack, with Trendsetter Hawks fourth, followed by Police WFC, Point Fortin Pioneers, and AIA, who have played 1 less game than everyone else and have a single draw to their name. Over in the Tobago Conference, 5 rounds of matches have been played. Unbeaten Jewels on 13 points have the edge over Tobago Chicas, who are on 10 points. Black Panthers are third on 5 points, while Combined Ballers are still in search of their first points, having lost all of their matches. The teams are on an Easter break, while the restart date is yet to be announced. And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. After the break, we head into hour number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music. Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. Passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. Edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most. On air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back. Time check. It's at 7 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith. So obviously the man on the ones and the twos, Director Snipes. Well, while we continue, because we want to go into some front burners, some other front burners and things within the papers, let me just finish off those voice notes that was sent by you, the people, with your front burner. Again, so you can continue to send your voice notes. What's supposed to make news that not making news? What's on your front burner this morning? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Hi, good morning, Ground Report. As far as I could remember, I met a friend in the market. She told me that son going away, and I said, "Oh, that expensive." And she said, "No, it have bus running." And that conversation took place long before the election. So buses going up UE is nothing new.
Good morning, the Ground Report, Andy. Good morning, Lennox, and your operator there. Good morning. Yeah. And Andy, I've been calling all the time, so I wanted to let you all know. For your play weight, check and see how many times Rowley number has come up. 36 has played probably about 4 times already since you all started this program. Could you check it out? I'd like to get some money from you once you win it, because that was mentioned on your program, 36. Yeah, and Lennox, I wanted to find out from the word K-Pax, because I'd be listening to Arnold Roberts, and he does say Rolly talking in the K-Pax. So I want to know what that means. Right, and thanks for your good gesture and thanking. We'll talk concerning some other things. Yeah, good morning, the Ground Report. And Andy, I've been trying to call you to tell you that it have other races in Baptist faith. Imagine the Prime Minister yesterday in Morugas tell us that how it have a cabinet MP questioning and saying that, well, look at she's an Indian and she's a Baptist. Get that speech, you go hear it have all type, as I tell you yesterday, there are Chinese, there are all type of people, all type of races in Baptists. Right? Lennox, thanks for your greetings and your well wishing. We'll talk some more.
President, good morning, Mikey, Lennox, and Andy. Andy, what next, boy? What next? We had to just bob and weave and hope that a stray bullet don't hit you or something don't take your life. What we gonna do now? What Trinidadians will do now and Tobagonians? What is left? Is life worth living now? The 11-month-old baby getting killed. You know, people that's running into your house, home invasion. Is it worth living in Trinidad now? Is it worth living in at all? What do we do? Who has the answer? Who has the solution? All right, blessings everyone. Just can't handle this thing no more. Blessings.
Andy, good morning. Andy, Lennox, Snipe. Andy, I have a suggestion. I think the government what they should do is that the police and should start driving civilian cars, not police cars. They should have some cars that, there's no sign on the police. Because this bandit, when they see police, they know what they're going to do on them. So what do you do? You have civilian cars. You don't have to tell them. And those are the... Sorry, Andy. Yeah, civilian cars. So you can patrol with civilian cars. Unmarked cars, I should say that. Unmarked cars. And I think they can cut down on crime. Because those bandits want to see police cars and you know a siren and lights. No, you move. You move with unmarked cars so they don't see it. Maybe that has helped with some of those bandits and we can get rid of them immediately with one shot kill. Can't be later, right?
Morning, Andy Williams, Lennox, Snipes, and the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. That boss man is sick, eh? He really sick. How we know all the bus are going to UE because they want him to be educated and not dunce. Because all them done statement he does be putting up on the radio station there, wasting his time. But this early morning, when he does be out of his house going and look to see what bus running from where running. He don't have a fall pen home. The fall pen I want to clean. The house I want to clean. The yard I want to clean. When he done the talk about the place dirty, clean it. That is your work. Instead of walking up and down the place and looking for stupid evidence to bring to the forefront, like if that makes sense. That don't make no sense. And you and your little bit of friends them that you have can't bring down the UNC government. You're wasting all your time. While others are talking, Kamala is working. You're talking about bus. Bus does fly from the air and drop on the ground. They have to make procurement and all things to get the bus. And then when you want them to get the bus to bring, just bring bus because you say bus. Boy, go away from here. You is Porter Spain. We know your voice and we know you is Mr. Porter Spain. Since after the election, you're looking for all different corners of the country to run because like you're going mad. Like you lost the election and you turned dotish. So it's only stupidness you talking, not no make sense. But go away from here. Nobody no want to hear you and nobody cares if you feel this and if you feel that you're feeling, you keep your feeling. If it's bad feeling, however you have, keep that. Trinidad and Tobago must go forward and in the name of Jesus it will. Have a good morning.
Yes, Mother Bernie. Let me say morning to Tobago. A pleasant good morning to you all. Like it's only Tobago could deal with that man, boy. Hey, let me continue there. What?
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Director Snaps. Andy, I hear the boss man cry. He raised some points there. And it's very true because them boss and them is headache. But I travel from Shogunas to Port Smith every other day. And when you go there, we told you kind of 4 or 5 hours before you get a bus. And I see 3 and 4 bus running your way. So don't vex the boss man when he talking out. And he said something about activists who I know who support was in the belly fighting for the UNC. And he says certain things there. It's a real horse racing. Because I seen it to myself, you know, Andy. Because I go up by certain ministers. And it's just neglect going up kind of for opportunities. And when by our place, social development for our food stamps in last year, December, you know, they called me yesterday and tell me I have to bring back in documents. And I just, but you see back in Andy, only thing we tell a woman, all our torture, let's take get our food stamp, and the Shogunas place where people go register to get food card and the pension and thing, and it understaffed. One person seen about 40-something people. You look there for hours and it ain't looking good, and this government have to buck up, man. I call the honorable Prime Minister, shift wrong. Too much of square pegs in the wrong hole. And my MP, oh God! And I know what she's so good, she go do that. I guess she all her support, so she all her love. And now there's neglect and pain and separation. And they are coming out until the 1st of April, you know. And the first month, you know. And yeah, you know, KFC in the doghouse, you know. And he backing out. And nobody hear any cry, you know. Oh God!
Andy, good morning to you. Lennox, Mikey, Nigel, and to everybody out there. Happy new month to you all. I hope April is better than March. Andy, you know, Busman gave a new meaning to All Fools Day. Busman is the mascot for All Fools Day. Andy, I've never heard so much of garbage like I heard this morning. Busman heard in tongue. Imagine he was in tongue. City Gate, right? I assume it was City Gate, right? I want to believe it's City Gate. And he hearing people talking, right? But I want to tell Busman you lie. I saying it this morning. And it's no All Fools Day's joke. because we have been experiencing. That's one of the reasons I stopped traveling on the bus 2 years now, because to get a bus, because we can take any bus, well, except Sandy Grande, they don't pick us up to drop out in the Kwesi, right? It's hours you have to wait on a bus. Now the man went down Digo and come back. Who is to say why the man was in Digo? Because Digo is not just up Charlotte Street. No. You have to take a taxi to go down Digo and a taxi to come back Digo. To come back to Port Spain, sorry. Who is to say the bus didn't come in between them? But he heard, like he's a roving reporter, right, for PNM propagandist. Andy, I wish every time Busman talk, you would play that clip from Marvin Gonzalez about the propagandists of the PNM in every nook and cranny. And coming to talk about activists. Them ain't no activists. And they're going back to the PNM. Well, all they go back. Nobody not stopping all that. Because if all they want to tighten all the belt till it reach all the spine, go right ahead. If all they want people to tell all they only greet fig and salt while they eating ham, lamb, and jam, go right ahead. Nobody stopping all there. If all they want to hear, if you can't buy gas for your car, ride a bicycle. Or you can't buy gas to cook, use a coal pot. Because a coal pot is nearly $200, right? Go buy a coal pot and cook. Do all these things that the PNM were telling you what to do. And especially go back to the PNM who were making you richer. You remember the 600 recusals? Only go back. Right? If that is all the advice you could... You're not fooling anybody, Busman. Because those people who are talking there never once voted for the UNC. They did not. So you want to come here and push your PNM propaganda, go right ahead. And I said, Andy, I wish you would play that clip by Marvin Gonzalez.
We have supports to go for the capiche.
That's what we're going to do, eh? So Trinidad and Tobago, let's do it one time. Assure people if they didn't win yesterday, they win day before, eh? Because so far, the sponsored NLCB, Andy's Capiche, Pitbull Capiche, is putting money, or are putting money in people's pockets. First they put money in people's pocket. Then someone want to tell me when they win, because they feel like I go ask them for something. Because I give them the mark. Oh God, why all you go like that? Sometimes I only win, come and call me tuna. Say, yeah, boy, I catch that one yesterday. I mind that one and I catch it, so. Let me know what's going on now. I ain't go beg, I promise I ain't go beg all for all that thing. Yeah, I ain't go beg, right? So Snipes, let me hear what was the marks yesterday and what play. And you know you gotta give me what the day before, so we will know who mine if them did catch any one of the marks. Go ahead, Director Snipes.
Okay, so let me start with the day before. There was no NLCB draw. That would have been the holiday. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, March 31st, we had number 14, Money, 33, Spider, 12, King, and 29, Opium. And those were the calls that we took yesterday, receive marks from our listeners. Your capiche yesterday was 20. Now we go to yesterday's winning numbers. At 10 a.m., we had 35. At 1 p.m., we had 19. At 4 p.m., we had 9. And at 7 p.m., we had the winning number 12. So if they followed us yesterday, they would have caught 12, King, at 7 p.m.
Yes,
bang,
yes,
bang,
yes.
bang, 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 bang.
The ground report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
12 is King. Somebody that says something about some King.
Yeah, I think that was the last one that we gathered.
But you know, none of them are going to call and say they win the 12, you know. The feeling of the wicked, the win score and at least say, well, hey, I can't see 12 or like 20, I can say, well, over there, say, like 100 now, God, it's only 50. You know, bad bucks are there.
Probably they listen to the caution that a fool and his money is fool, or a fool may make money, but it takes a wise man to spend it. So they probably got wise.
Hey, but But if the day before did not know Mark because of the holiday, but I hear Mark Day would it play, we played that we had the previous time. I think we had a 29 at some time previously there, boy.
Previously, the other draw would have been March 29th. We would not have been here.
But we
on
had
that
any
day.
12 and thing in that, 29 in that? Because I heard
No.
some mark where we had in there.
on the I'll tell you. Yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah.
Who mark?
19 on March 29th. So
Right.
Right,
Who mind that 19 get you? So yeah, well, the lines are open, Trinidad and
Yes,
Tobago.
yes. Let's hear your mark. Let's hear your capiche for the
For today.
for today.
So,
Today, April 1st.
for today. Yes.
Hey,
So we're
April
taking your
1st too.
calls.
So let's hear why. We want to hear what the mark call and why.
Good to see NLCB.
Good to see NLCB, man. Go ahead, caller. I lost that one. Let me get all the numbers. The numbers to call 622-4911, 622-4911. Or yes, you can also call you can call 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120. 239-5120. We take any marks with call in only. Say how to call in. Say again. 4 of you have the responsibility through your dream, through your capiche, through whatever you see. Because all you know the man, and all you know how deceitful that man is, which is that playway man. You all have the opportunity to give the pit bull and many other people. Yeah, that man deceitful. You know that player man deceitful. We go get the marks today. We play it. He and bring it today. You know the dirty man. When we get the new marks, he go organize and he go play the next day. That's why we tell people that must mind the mark when they miss it because he's smart. That player man real smart.
We have some calls here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Call. Good morning. What's your capiche? What's your mark?
I stick in morning. I stick in ready 14.
And why?
And they don't worry if I win, you'll get something, boy.
Says why you stick 2014?
Like to help boss man by boss on boss too.
Oh,
my goodness.
Money for boss man.
Where's that symbol? Where's that 14? That 14 is what?
Money.
Money on it, okay.
Good
All right. Good morning. What's your capiche? What's your number?
21.
21.
Why 21?
I dream of kissing a cat last night, boy.
A cat?
So mouth and mouth kissing there, I 21.
Your dream what? Let me hear.
Thanks, caller.
Wait,
well, let me repeat. You dream me kissing a cat.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Which one? Wanna be that one? Meow! Oh, shucks. Let me come.
He didn't go that far. He wasn't long enough on for us to know.
All right, so 21.
If it's Bueller or not. Yeah.
Because he dreamy kissing.
Let's take this one.
Oh, God, boy. I wonder if this.
Good morning, Andy, I like one, boy.
Why?
Like what?
Today's the 1st of April. I feel like I'm born on the 1st of April, boy.
Okay.
But I only get 10.
And one is what?
So Andy, one is the mark.
One is what, old woman?
I'm full day.
Centipede.
Is that centipede? Yeah. Okay.
One, all right. Let's get the next one. Oh, boy. Orlando, you could call back and get a mark, boy. I know going to put you on to get your mark. You hang up. All right, well, whoever else come in, I'll go out and put them on.
What we have there?
The other one from your side, Andy.
You take the other one from on my side. All right. Go ahead, morning caller. Where calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Andy, I like 36 Rowley.
But that plays so much.
Yeah, he go continue playing until he gonna have existence.
Oh God, boy! Now I ain't wanna get nobody that mark, man. Let me try next one. That play done 5-6 times. That ain't gonna come back now. So let me try next one, man. Go ahead, caller.
Like you ain't trust the man out.
Now that 36 play, real playing through, donkey play. Oh God, I doubt today they go play Rowley again today. Nah. It's Penny that they play. She's not 36. What Penny go play for? Right, go ahead, caller.
Andy was in jail. I dreamed last night that two monkey get out of jail. When I look behind me, everything I see was Rowley and the footman. I think it's jail. Whatever number that is, I don't know.
Where's jail? Snipes, Lennox. Where's jail?
I don't have a clue what is jail. Someone will have to tell us.
Yeah, well, we gotta take a next mark because I really don't know where's jail neither.
Give us a number.
So either we get on your side, Snipes. Oh boy.
Hi, good morning, welcome.
Yeah, morning, 10 monkey.
What's that?
I hear you.
10 monkey.
Wait, your hand, your mind, your mic. Say it again for me to hear you clearly, please.
Yeah.
That is a mark. Where's our mark? One number. 10.
Yeah,
monkey.
10. Okay. And 10 is what?
Monkey.
Monkey, okay.
But he didn't tell me why he won that 10, but what we go see?
But his phone is sounding terrible, so I didn't bother to.
It may be because it has a monkey.
And for fair play, because the gentleman did get through again, 36 could really come back, and for fair play and not again, I don't know what will come or wouldn't come or if it go based on the dreams, but my capiche Mark might have to really actually go with Felix, which is he said 36. He believed 36 go play again, donkey. He really did call him Mark.
Right.
Who is
so
me?
That's your capiche today?
Yeah, but who is me to say, boy, that play? But what do you think? You think that 36 will play again, boy, Snipes?
You never know.
Well,
that could be the capiche right
with
there.
That man.
That could be the capiche right there.
That deceitful man, Andy.
Well, let me take this one call here. Let me see. Morning call.
Go ahead.
Morning, Max Petrotrin. The marker I like this one is 36, right?
36 too, boy.
Why I like it?
Why?
Because today is the first and 36 is the last. So 1 and 36, right? And also, you can play that in pick 2 and all. Both ways, 1 and 36. Thank you.
All right. Well, the capiche mark for the Pitbull this morning will be the 36. Yes, Olio? 2 men saying 36. Today, real people, they say will be...
Some good numbers today, man.
Yeah. Real people, we made jacks. They say donkey now. So real people...
I was looking for someone to call 8, though.
Why 8?
Well, the amount of fighting we have with the people fighting for money, they're fighting for overtime, they're fighting for rights. I thought it is Tiger.
Oh, Tiger this fight. Wow. Well, all right. So, Tobago, thanks so much. Let's hear it, Snipes. What's the marks and what's the pitch for today?
Today, my friends, good luck to everyone who's heading out to play. We have 14 money, 21 mouth, 1 centipede, 10 monkey, and Andy's pick today is 36.
Yep. So thanks so much to NLCB for helping us detect our dreams in order to win some money.
Let me remind you though, Andy, that 36 came on the 23rd. It came on the 25th. 36 was also played on. Let me see. On the 29th. And yeah. So we had 36 a lot.
Real 36 boy. Well, all right, let's go for that break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation.
Are we in for a super over? I've got to go quick.
From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports with Nasira Mohammed, daily at 7 p.m.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back, we are back, we are back. Time check, it's 34 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock, and you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith in studio. Oh boy. Well, I know Lennox, but don't mention it because I want to make sure that you are fully, I'm talking about compensated. Right. Ah, boy. Simple, simple, simple. It is what it is. Well, I know Snipes will advise you accordingly. Nice. So what we want to touch on, Lennox? Anything you just want to put out there?
I couldn't help but acknowledging Mr. Busman, the Busmako, we like to call him, assertion, and it epitomizes the day that is recognized internationally today as April Fool's Day. When he said, and then I realized, the kind of dementia that he's suffering from, when he said that we on the ground report, you and I, we not on the ground. So obviously it had to be April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
So the things that he would have said, clearly is consistent with the fact that today is April Fool's Day. So let's not pay much mind to it, because he was the fellow who said that he saw a bus wheel dislodged from the bus in one of those pits that he sees on the roads. Yeah, he said that in one of his presentations. So I knew it was April Fool's Day when, of course, he said that, particularly when he made the point that we are not on the ground. Just imagine that. We are not on the ground. The ground report team is not on the ground. I don't know how he would have been able to get his issues aired if we weren't on the ground. So I know it's April Fool's Day. So I don't want Mr. Santa Cruz to be too upset because of what he would have said today. It's April Fool's Day. So he was attempting to fool us.
I feel so. Oh boy. So yeah, what we're gonna do? We're gonna organize. Go ahead, call a pleasant good morning to you. Where you're calling from? Welcome to the Ground Report, the #1 talk show program on a morning right here on Talk City. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox.
Good morning, Mr. Controversy.
Good morning.
My front burner is some of these comments that these people are making about these nurses. I don't know if some of them never went to a hospital, right? These nurses do a very good job. I have been admitted. I was in the hospital, that's about 3 weeks ago, right? because I have high blood pressure and things, so I had to go to the hospital to stay for a little 2 days. The only problem is I had no problem with the doctors and the nurses there. The problem we having is in the hospital service is there is no beds. They naturally have no beds because they told me I would have been warded the same night. I ended up leaving the hospital and never got warded. Because why? They have no beds in the Monctop hospital. They always complain that the bed shortage in hospital, so you find people sit down in corridor, which is no fault of the nurses, no fault of the doctors. Right? I want to say, if the nurses work very hard at these hospitals, if they complaining about their money, if they know they are in the right, leave the people of them think to get them money. These people, look at, they come and these people get 10% yesterday. What happened to the nurses? Why are they going to their negotiation and getting their 10% as well? They are frustrating the system. And if people will start to blow up, teachers protesting. Why? Because some get money, some contracts in renewing and all these kind of things. And then nobody's coming out to say anything about it. Not even the health minister coming out and say anything about it. They leave it up to Tim, like he in a madman self. Now, I understand why they say they drop it back to $60, you know. I understand why. But then come out and tell the people something that, hey, we have it in a review. Let us come and negotiate. Let us come to the table and negotiate something. Nobody is not telling the nurses anything. Right? And that doesn't make anything worse. These nurses just do a beautiful job. I mean, they doesn't get 100%. They only get 100% doing, but I have been warded already in Monctop Hospital because Monctop is the only hospital I go to. Look, I'm from Arima, and Arima Hospital not even open to the public. You can't say I'm going to A, you're going to A&E. You have a big brand new hospital there. Why? Because they have no staff to put in the hospitals. Right? They have no money to operate the hospitals on them. What's going on with Kuva Children's Hospital? Since they come in, they say that want to be open. They open it step by step, but they cannot open it fully because they have no, that's the biggest thing, you know, to fund it, to pay people, you know. It's not that they don't have qualified people in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. They have people waiting to be hired, you know. But if you don't have no money to hire, and then too is a management problem, because when people leaving, they're bringing them back on contract and they're not bringing on the new people, because you know what they're saying? The old people had the experience than the new ones. But they're not getting new ones a chance to get experience because they're not even hiring them. And they're just there waiting on a job, or they'll go to the private hospitals and see if they get a job or whatever. But they have the people, the nurses and the doctors just sit down waiting on a job and they're not hiring them. Why? Because the government don't have money to hire them. That is just that people just beating around the bushes, but at the end of the day, that is the problem. Look, they're going and open and to come the end of June, it's supposed to be opening up the hospital in Port of Spain here. Well, I would say it's supposed to be end of June. They have to staff that hospital. It was staffed before, but you know some ministers would then leave and they would not hire them back and these kind of things. But they have to get staff for that hospital as well. And I believe when that hospital open up, they will ease the strain on Port of Spain on Monctop Hospital. But these nurses, I know from my experience, they do a wonderful job when it comes to the wards and in the hospital. They do a wonderful job. So these people who comment and says, you can never tell who is PNM nurse and who is PNM, that is nonsense. I have the words I want to use on the radio station. Because I didn't see black nurses there alone. I see black, I see Indian, I see everybody there protesting. So I want to know how they know it's PNM nurses that are doing this nonsense. Because the hospital have nobody in it. So everybody working in the hospital is PNM nurses. That is wrong. That is wrong for labeling the nurses and them like that. Because you, the same person who making them comments and saying these things, God forbid something, they want to go in the hospital, the same nurses are to take care of them. The same nurses are to take care of them. I mean, not right because they're trying to suffer, pressure the government and jamming them because they want the money. But all they talk to the nurses, meet them one time. They're supposed to be an emergency thing. They're supposed to drop everything else and say, here, well, this is a vital, essential service. Let me see what could go on here and what we could do to help them out. Where we can meet, come in a middle ground. We can't pay only the 75, but we might be able to pay only $65 more or some kind of thing. But they have to come and negotiate with them. This is supposed to be a front burner for the government right now. Let me see what we could do with the nurses and them to get them back on working. Because it is who suffering? Is the people suffering as normal? The people go suffer. The people go suffer. That is why I say, boy, Andy, boy.
Thank you very much. And I want to agree with you 100% when it coming to the nurses and the strike and what's done sense about them is PNM nurses, that is dotishness, eh? Like dotish talk plenty all you're throwing out there. We on the Ground Report can't tolerate that. We already yesterday let you all know here where it is. Most of the times, all a long wait at the hospital, emergency and all those things have nothing to do with the nurses. The nurses' job, most of the times, is to take your pressure, prepare your car, to make you take your weight, take your story, and hand it to who? To the doctor. And the nurses and them waiting for the doctor. Dressed like we, many times. Is the doctor everybody waiting for, you know? Sometimes they let me say this, Mount Top you go. They tell you, well, based on what you're going there for, but the specialist doctor in that not coming in until next 8 hours from now. Or the specialist doctor that had to deal with that aspect where you dealing with, they're on the ward, and when they leave the ward, they'll come down and check. The key back at the hospital is the doctors, you know. It have no doctors.
But Andy, isn't it that the work to rule issue have affected even what you just described?
Right.
People were not even getting that.
Right. So now
even though the doctors would have been ultimately in the normal scheme of things been responsible, but certainly when they take the action that they would have taken, even that preliminary examination, if you want to call that a recording, would have also been affected. And the other thing
but first, clearly, we will work the rule. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
You said something about even the work the rule because the way I kind of get lost, but just come back on track now.
Oh no, I'm saying the non-presence of the nurses, and even if they are present, they are not working because they have a grievance, and that's the point I am making.
Right,
and,
but even if they're working,
isn't it that they were working under those conditions anyway?
Yeah.
Let's take away the fact that the doctors may be tardy.
Yes.
But they were working under those conditions
that is the conditions.
anyway.
So
therefore, the only variable that is new is really they have engaged in this go slow, if you want to call it that, because of salary. A salary issue. But they were working all the time.
Correct. And even if it is the organize and the do work, the most they would have been able to do for you if they're not going on no go slow is the same thing. Because go slow now and not on go slow is the same thing at Mount Hope and all them hospital and them. Especially casualty.
But it just compounded the problem.
It just compounded a little more. Which all it do is it not showing the flaw of the doctor that they had to wait for the doctors anyhow for 5, 6, 7 hours, maybe a whole day. But
if you have the patients there that require that preliminary examination before the doctor comes, whether he's tardy, whether he's late, whether he's on his own agenda, etc., the fact is that and all couldn't happen because of the action that the nurses would have taken.
Not only that, the doctors and all are stretched. The government needs to hire more doctors.
More doctors.
Yeah, and have more specialists ready and waiting. Like, like for instance, in casualty. In casualty, they're supposed to have
that has
all specialists.
Because the nurses ordinarily would accept those conditions.
Frustrated.
But in recent times, they have a salary issue or a deficiency issue or some benefit that was
What did it in this way? What did it in this way?
They have compounded the problem that the system already would have had and grappling with.
Right, but watch it in this way, Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Lennox Smith, you working hard. Jump high, jump low. You doing what you're supposed to do. It have some, and that is in the minority, nurses that will play the fool. But the majority of nurses don't be on them kind of thing. Right? They don't be on them kind of thing. But I might have about 5, 6 nurses within my family, general nurses. Right? They really don't be on them thing. But the problem, and you working hard, you have to go through that. Patients cussing you. Look how long I here, nurse, help me, nurse. Not knowing the nurse can't do nothing without the doctor over there. You know. Them don't have the practice to be able to deal with the patient the way the doctor supposed to, you know. A nurse cannot do certain things because it can get jail, you know. Even if they have an idea or something.
They're not medically qualified in that regard. Yeah.
The doctor have to instruct them. And most of the times, it don't have a doctor available. Or it have one doctor dealing with 100 and something people. Let me be real. Let me be real. And let me say you doing through all of that. And then sometimes that'll makeshift various things in the hospitals, especially when it lacks certain things. So you pay another extra. And then when they say get your money, is a problem. Let me be real, Lennox Media is human. I mean, although, all right, the striking is an issue, okay, however it go. But how would you feel about the situation on the whole? Now you going through all of that and then you still have to organize and to get your money is a problem, boy? Forget the ones who was money pooling or overtime pooling and whatever. Because it had in, that still too is in the minority.
Yeah. But that seemed to be the issue, the pooling arrangement, because that is what was reduced from $70 to $60 an hour. And
no, but then you're sending mixed messages to me because first you say it's the money based on to have some people who ain't get paid.
That's money.
Want the back pay.
That's money. That's
no,
money.
But overtime is gotta work for it. So
yeah, but they're saying,
yeah.
but the issue is that since I am no longer getting that full benefit, it's now reduced. I will engage in actions that would compound the problem that we have already identified.
Meaning what? You're not working overtime?
Yeah, because you're not getting the money.
All right, so they'll go on a slow.
You have a reduced amount of overtime, and you have a reduced amount of money for any overtime that you would have given, even though the overtime itself would have been shortened.
Well, all right. If they don't want to work overtime or the vex or whatever.
That seemed to be the issue.
Well,
that seemed to be the
then
issue.
It's still an issue. Fill the gap. Fill the gap with other nurses. Hire other nurses. It have nurses that
I understand that. I think 50 new nurses have been taken on board in recent times. We will do the follow-up, but just want to make sure for the clarity of the listenership that they understand fully what the real issues are. And it's up to them, of course, to make a decision as to whether or not the nurses are reasonable or not.
Right, but when you watch too, and Audrey is right, the Grenade is saying, no doctor does deal with 100 persons. Different complaints is different doctors. Remember I mentioned that. Based on what you're there for, if it's a chest problem, it have a doctor for
specialist.
that.
Yeah.
If your breathing is some other thing, a next doctor for that. If it look like your foot had to get amputated, that's a next doctor for that. If it is you're bleeding within, that's a next. So, and the problem is, they are not fixed there on the ward. They come on an emergency. And they need to have these various specialist doctors at all emergencies fixed there to deal with just emergencies. But what's going on is all these specialists and them is assigned to the wards. And that to go around on the wards and then come. I know I say, I was in Mount Hope too. And that come around the wards and then come down when they get that time to emergency. And based on what is emergency, the nurses and them know what to call that various specialists and let them know, look, we have somebody here, ting. Same time, that specialist might be dealing with somebody on the ward. Time clicking, ticks. That person had also come into the injury because that specialist had to leave the ward to come down to emergency. That madness, partner. I'm not blaming the doctors, I'm not blaming the nurses. We gotta blame the administration of friggin' health in this country. That madness.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the first order of contact will be a general practitioner because that person has to determine, based, of course, on what the complaint is, assisted, of course, by the patient, because the patient says my eye hurting me or my chest hurting me, as the case may be. And then, of course, he or she will now make the recommendation to send the person to the specialist ward, where the specialist doctor will now be able to attend.
Have somewhere with the specialist there to deal with the people.
Yeah.
Not that the specialists for the various ailments, some of them not even around, they're not on ward, and they'll be back on ward the morning when they'll come on ward, because you know in the morning time, the doctor will come and check the ward and check all the patients. And within that time, while they check the patients on the ward, then you will be taking care of an emergency. We have to, what's me? Look at the health bill. Look at the health bill for the month, budget. $6-7 billion. How much money they paying for security? How much is the contract for securities? How much is the contract for the foods that to me ain't good? How much is the contracts that going out there? And when it's coming to the money really spending on the people, spend that money, cut down on some of them contracts. Spend the money.
For the current, as you're talking that, for the current fiscal year, I think health got the most in the current budget. That was where I believe. So
contracts eating up all the money.
We want money. We want, of course, value for money. I suppose
contracts.
That is what the issue must be.
Contracts eating up all the money, all.
Yeah.
Plenty money. Contracts is eat up. Man.
Yeah. Of course, the teachers. Well, some of their concerns are pay all monies owed to them. That was issued via the third schedule. You have over 10 years without payment for higher duties. So there's something called higher duties. And then school infrastructure, we're talking about dilapidated facilities affecting, of course, safety and learning, meaning that the schools themselves are dilapidated, some of them. So that's part of their growth. And then, of course, non-renewal of business operations assistance. I don't know what is that, because when I was in system, I wasn't aware of that. But it might be something that was there and I wasn't aware of. And then there is another thing called, of course, the Employee Assistance Program services that was removed, and the loss of mental health and wellness support for educators. So those are some of the
government have to hire doctors, but the big point is it have no money. It have no money. But let me take a quick break and come back. Let me take that quick break and come back. We will still about 2 minutes to chat, and I'll take this call. Hold till the break. Go ahead, Snipe.
Is your business experiencing the following symptoms? Not enough customers, low sales, slow cash flow. It's time for your business to be seen and heard by thousands of potential customers inside this new, exciting television and social media feature.
Welcome.
The 1020 with Junior K. Up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Hey guys, gotta let you know the field is marked and the teams are ready. Media houses from across Trinidad and Tobago are stepping off the air and onto the pitch for the Intermedia Football Cup 2026. Bragging rights are on the line. This Good Friday, April 3rd, TTPS Police Barracks in St. James. Kickoff time is 11 a.m. Featuring teams from TTT TV, Next 99.1 FM, the Media Touring Team, Scorch Radio, I-95.5 FM, KAS Media Productions, Toko Strong Media, Against All Odds FC, 104.7 FM, Media Mill Soccer FC. Only one team, can walk away as a champion. For updates, follow at TTT Live online. Friday, April 3rd. Come out and support your team at the Intermedia Football Cup 2026. Admission is free. Coolers are welcome. No glass bottles allowed. Your sponsors are Digicel, Sunshine Snacks, Blue Waters, Stamina Energy, AA Lakis, Kenny Sports, and TTT Limited Media Network.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, caller. Well, I know you was waiting, but you have only a minute and something to come with that. And again, the government, it have a lot of doctors that young doctors that pass out and all them things that waiting to be hired to, you know. They need, when the casualty is supposed to have all their doctors and them there. San Fernando casualty, Port of Spain casualty, Arima casualty, Mount Hope casualty, wherever Point 14 casualty, it's supposed to have their doctors for the various specialists within there. But I know, as sure money is the problem. This government need to come out and let the people know. It can't be the best kept secret because it's in all its day go look bad. That'll let them know where they meet there, where it have, and why they can't do such a simple strategy that everything will flow nice. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Andy Williams. Good morning, Lennox Smith and Nigel Snipes. My take on this is how long has been this going on? This nursing problem in the hospitals, whether it's Port of Spain,
All right, whether it's Port of Spain and you stop there. But I'm happy you stop there because it's 1 minute to the hour, maybe about 20 seconds to the hour. Before we give you the most credible news, TTT News brought to you. You know, that should be a question. Will somebody go win $500? TTT News. Who does bring you TTT News? And the person supposed to win easy say, TTT News is brought to you by TTT. Easy money, but you know, because it's so easy, people go tell you all kind of thing.
Good morning, this is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. The National Union of Government and Federated Workers have negotiated a $2.6 billion wage deal for daily rated public service workers. President of the organization, Christopher Street, explained that 40% of the arrears owed to workers will be paid in cash, while 60% will be paid in non-cash. He shared on some of the factors of the non-cash options.
The elements, one, they would have brought back, if you're owing HDC, you can use that to offset whether it's arrears, whether it's a current mortgage. So a person could apply that to the current mortgage and get a break from paying their mortgage. So that in itself is instant cash.
Mr. Street observed that although some employees lack a mortgage, they may still utilize the non-cash settlement method to make a home payment.
This non-cash could be transferred. It is transferable. So if a worker doesn't have a mortgage, he can transfer it to someone who does, whether it's his children, whether it's his siblings, or whether it's his relatives, whoever, a stranger, whoever.
He added that the non-cash element can also be used to pay tuition or allow a worker to go on leave and be paid. Mr. Street also said workers who have already retired will receive 100% of their arrears in cash. In other news, a landmark conference hosted by the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus is helping to advance regional food security and sustainability. The event brings together policymakers, researchers, farmers, and industry stakeholders from across the Caribbean to address critical challenges affecting the region's food systems, including climate change, rising import dependence, and supply chain vulnerabilities.
Our region remains one of the most food insecure in the world, with a food import bill exceeding $7 billion annually.
Speaking at the International Food and Nutrition Security and Sustainable Tourism Conference at the University of the West Indies on Tuesday, Dean of the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, Professor Mark Woodivara, outlined a key regional priority. He said that the central mission of the university's initiative is to reduce the region's overall food import bill by 25%. Building on the initiative's aim, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Ravi Ratiram noted that the ministry is committed to promoting agricultural resilience.
Strengthening supply chain between farmers, fishermen, processors, chefs, and tourism enterprises, we can ensure that the food served to visitors reflects the authentic agricultural heritage of our nation. Simply put, when agriculture flourishes, tourism becomes richer, communities become stronger, and economies become more resilient.
The conference was held under the theme From Soil to Society and underscored the critical link between agriculture, culture, and economic development, highlighting the need for integrated approaches to strengthening food systems across the region. In more news, 2 police officers are now before the courts on serious misconduct charges. Police Constables Stefano Haban and Jelani Prima were charged on Monday with misbehavior in public office following a Professional Standards Bureau investigation. The charges relate to a March 14th incident along the Churchill Roosevelt Highway near Mausica. A motorist alleges he was wrongly accused of driving a stolen vehicle, arrested and taken to Mausica Road, where he was pressured to pay for his release. He reportedly withdrew cash at an ATM in Arima and handed it over. Both officers are charged with kidnapping and corruptly obtaining $10,000. They remain detained, and the matter has been adjourned to April 14th. In some sport now, the National Association of Athletics Administrations has announced that Giovanni Bob Semple has officially withdrawn from the Trinidad and Tobago Carifta Games squad, citing health concerns. The N3A's TT says the decision was made following consultations with the team doctor and his personal physiotherapist and came after discussions with his family. The association says while the decision was not taken lightly, the priority remains on Bob Semple's recovery and long-term development. It says it fully supports the athlete and his family and wishes him well in his recovery. And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From the entire team here to you, have a great day.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
This is about creating opportunity through responsible management and citizen participation in national wealth. We are targeting US $3 billion in new investment within the next few years in energy, in construction, in tourism, and the digital economy.
Music.
It's reconstruction time in Trinidad, so put your shoulder to the wheel, man, lad, move on, don't stop till you reach the top. You put a hand and I put a hand and we will sing. For big and for small in no time at all, prosperity. There's no other way to do it. Show your patriotic spirit, unity, somehow. If Trinidad ever needed you, is now.
Culture.
The budget has goodies and some not so goodies, but that is because fairness requires that everyone plays their part.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Parents applying for primary school through FIRST, the first-year infant registration system, need to understand exactly how the online portal works. Today, we break down the main steps of the application and the documents required to complete it. The first step is creating a parent account on the portal. Education Officer at the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Vashti Ramdeen Steele, explains how it works.
They're basically different phases. So the first phase is that they need to go onto the online portal and register. All right. So they would go onto that platform. If they go on the ministry website, you will see a tab mark first. They can click on that, or they can just go onto the parent portal.moe.gov.tt. It will take them directly to that portal. Okay, so when they go there, they can click to register. After they click to register, that portal will open up. They will have to indicate their email address. And once they register their name and their email address, they will be sent a verification email.
Once registered, what's next?
Your next step is to upload your profile, your parent profile. All right, so you're creating an account, and that is where you have to upload your documents, your national ID, your address, proof of address, and all these supporting documents and so on. And you're going to create an account, a parent account. The next step, once you create that parent account, the next step would be to create that child profile. So you add in your child. There would be a tab stating add child. So you would click on that tab and you would now add the information, your child's name, upload the photo of the child, immunization information of the child. All of that will go at that point in time where you create your child profile. Once you create your child profile, all right, the next step would be applying for the schools. So you would click where you have uploaded your child's information. There's a button stating apply. You would click on apply, and that will take you to the listing of all the schools available. From that listing, the parent can begin selecting schools. They have a maximum of 5 schools that they can choose from.
Finally, let's talk about the essential documents needed.
Yes, okay. So with regard to the documents that is needed for the application, the child's documents, you would need to have the birth certificate and the immunization record to upload, as well as a photo, an ID photo of the child. For the parents' documents, they would have a valid national identification, right? That your ID, your driver's permit, passport, whatever you have. If you are a legal guardian and not the parent, you will upload your proof of guardianship. Then you need to upload your proof of address, and that will be in the form of a utility bill, not more than 3 months, an internet bill, a bank statement, credit card statement, and stuff like that.
That was Education Officer Mrs. Vashti Ramdeen Steele explaining the step-by-step process for applying through FIRST and the document parents need to complete the application successfully. Now, for more information about FIRST, including a full list of required documents and detailed guidelines, please visit the Ministry of Education's website, moe.gov.tt.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back. Time check. It's 11 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. Before we organize and start to take calls and do this and do that, I want to, it's already 4 minutes to the hour, you know, with the word for today. So let's get that word for today running. And then we're going to organize and go back to all the front burners.
Yes, indeed. I think that is a perfect arrangement so that we have all the calls have input, of course, the word of the day challenge behind us. So get your dictionaries ready, electronic and hard copy, as it is called these days, electronic and hard copy, computer, etc. Of course, I have my word for the day ready.
Let's see him, Snipes. I'll show that thing to him.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yes, two persons. So just get your call in and, of course, give me the word as we are challenging me. And then, of course, we will then, I will give mine. And we would have come to the end of that part of the challenge. Don't forget, of course, the business community. We challenge you as well to, in your numbers, to sponsor, to provide some resources, because we have to get, of course, this entity less dependent on the national coffers, so to speak. And therefore, these little issues, these little insertions will certainly, of course, go a long way. But with your support. As
go ahead,
you have a caller?
Yeah,
all right, good. Good morning. Good morning. What's your word?
Good morning, Lennox, the wordsmith.
I like this man.
The word what?
Let me hear him.
The word what?
Lennox, I have 2 words for you.
You have 2 words for you.
Oh, God, give me one now, man. You want to give me 2 is one. Why you like to bring the rule so? Right? Yesterday, I told you. Go ahead, man. Give me the 2 words.
The man apologized say yesterday. The man's gay, right? The man say you're still coming to be hard.
This is not about trying to make somebody bright or put them in the spot. It is about, of course, making sure we share information, man. Go ahead.
Of course not. We all trying to improve the quality of the program.
Yes.
That's right.
With proper pronunciation. Your word is
that's right.
Rhetoric. You call it rhetoric.
Oh, Lord. So you want me to give you the meaning of rhetoric?
Rhetoric.
Again, yes. I explained to you yesterday that in the English will put things in a part, say things apart, but the local and the cultural accents across the globe. We're going to tell a German when he's trying to speak English. When they talk to a Frenchman, I mean, they have the accent, so accept that now. But if you want to give me, if you want the word, well, of course, it means recurring, or in the political sense, they will talk things like is unnecessary, right? Rhetoric. Go ahead. What's the next one?
Longevity.
Longevity?
Yeah.
A very good word that I have not used in a long time, but it means lasting a very long time, longevity. If you have longevity, life, longevity, long time.
Lennox.
All right?
Lennox.
Yeah.
Lennox, the word is longevity. Students are
oh, Lordy. Is the meaning is the important thing. We keep telling you that. I get the meaning. Now you're telling me I pronounced it wrong. Oh, gosh. Come on, man.
All right, try now, Lennox. Try to pronounce it.
Yeah, listen.
Try to pronounce it for you.
Long what? Let me hear what you say.
It is not longevity. It's longevity.
Longevity. All right, longevity, yes, okay. Longevity. All right, I agree. I'm not going to. I thought the challenge was to the meaning of the word, but since you're saying that, no problem. But I was at pains yesterday to say that.
No, well, while he's on, Lennox Smith, while he's on, you will give him your word. I want to test him because he bright, you know. Give him what is your word for today. I want to hear if he knows what is the meaning and if he will pronounce it properly.
Yeah, debacle. And pronounce it for me to one time. Debacle.
Debacle?
That's my word. Yeah, debacle,
or
yes.
Some people say debacle.
Oh.
But you can pronounce it either debacle or debacle.
I hear you, my friend. And what's the meaning? So reverse it now. I reverse it now. Now you are playing me, I playing you.
Yes. It means an incident that gives rise to confrontation.
Yeah, confusion, etc. Right. Very good. Yes, you are correct.
Incidents
yes,
that give rise.
I'll accept
incidents
that.
That give rise to confrontation. Yeah.
Yeah, debacle, embarrassment and so on, failure, that kind of thing, a disastrous or embarrassing failure.
But here it is.
Debacle.
He covered the word for today, the words for today, the two words for today. He gave the two.
I think we could satisfy ourselves there. But I just wanted to tell him that yesterday I did, because I mean,
he's listening here still.
Yeah, language essentially is to communicate, right? That is what it is all about. And while, of course, there may be specific pronunciation, for example, words that may sound a part or be spelled a particular way and you sound it out. Like take, for instance, the word tsunami. It begins with a T, so you don't say tsunami. But I know that there was a education minister in this country who said paradigm, but he said paradigm. Yes, that paradigm. Of course, so you are away from the pronunciation all entirely, so you can't give way to that. But you could give way to some because of the accent that you would have culturally grown up in. But the standard, when you're writing it, the only way you give is when you are pronouncing the spoken word. But when you are writing it, it's one standard. So if you say boy in Jamaica or you say boy in Trinidad, when you are writing it, it's only one way, B-O-Y, boy.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the point I was making all the time. But thank you very much for that intervention, my friend. And that brings the conclusion of today's word of the day.
One quick last question. Last thing.
Just one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You see, standards in this country are sorely lacking. The way we dress is the way we speak. The way we speak is the way we drive on the road. Let us all aspire to higher standards. When we speak, when we talk, how we comport ourselves, etc., etc. And this
well said.
become a much better one.
Well said.
Okay?
Well said.
Yeah, well said. Accepted here. I will have no doubt. I will have no qualms with that statement that we need to have standards.
Nice.
Thanks very much.
We look forward to
multiple interventions.
We look forward to you taking part again tomorrow. Please, God.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, come up with your words, man. And of course, and if there's a pronunciation issue, well, we will dissolve it. But I just want to say it in the context of practicality and how we engage each other.
Nice.
It's about communication.
So that's it for the word for today.
Hello.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, somebody don't want to miss. Go ahead. We'll take this one.
Go ahead, Amber.
Pleasant good morning, Andy, Mr. Lennox.
Yeah. This is a favorite period. Go ahead, Miss Amber.
My word for today, it's shenanigans. It's spelled SHENANIGANS. It's a plural noun. And, go ahead, give the meaning.
Shenanigan, usually politicians use that word where they use trickery in order to achieve a particular objective. So, they're a bit insincere. So they engage in shenanigans.
No. I still don't understand what it means, Lennox. You have to come better than about politicians. Quite some people don't listen to politicians.
Trickery.
So shenanigans means trickery.
I use that word very often. Yeah, that Dr. Rowley or so will engage in shenanigans.
Yes, I know.
Which would mean trickery and so on to deceive in order to achieve a particular political objective in this particular case.
Miss Ambrong, is it trickery?
Yes, shenanigans. Let me
Yes.
Shenanigans is an informal word used to refer to activity or behavior that is either not honest or proper.
Right. So there we go.
Yes.
Shenanigans. Thank you very much, Miss Anne. You didn't want to be left out. You were almost left out because one man take the two words.
Yes. Thank you.
It was nice that you stood your ground. You remind me of Miss Santa Cruz.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes.
One more call here. That I had it with. Let me hear what Felix had to say because he and all only ringing. Like you do here in Justice too. Go ahead, Felix.
You all trying to take away the whole issue on the program, and although I want the public to send in their word, look, I think about 3 words, and I'm going to ask Lennox.
Oh,
You can give me the answer tomorrow.
Yeah. You'll give me tomorrow.
Yeah. Save it for tomorrow.
Save it for tomorrow.
Save them. You want to give me one now?
No. I'm giving you now so you can think over it. K-Pac, arrest.
Wait, K-Pax.
Arrested.
K-Pac.
Arrested.
K-Pac, arrested, and breakfasts.
Well, I heard breakfasts and K-Pax. I don't know the middle one.
Paradigm.
The second one.
Paradigm. You got me a paradigm.
The second one. I don't know the second one. I heard the K-Pax first. The third one is breakfasts. But the middle one, the second one, what's that word?
Arrests.
Arrests?
Arrests, yes, arrests.
Like what? Lock up? Like lock up? Arrests? That is a word?
Only
arrest.
Oh, arrest. All right.
Arrest, yeah.
But you can say arrested because I don't think breakfast was a thing. I think it's breakfast.
Martin Joseph used that word, so I wanted to know what it is.
Oh, I see. Okay, my friend.
So Lennox, correct me there quick. We know K-Pax.
Yeah, well, K-Pac, I only associate K-Pac with the muscles of the abdomen, you know, but it is a variation. It's not really a word you will find in the dictionary, just as the other two that he spoke of.
Right, like for instance, arrests. I know about arrest.
Yeah,
so the right word is what, arrest?
Yeah, one S, not it doesn't end with
so
ES.
arrest. And the next one, breakfasts. I know Manning wife, former Prime Minister, why say breakfasts. So it's just breakfast and not breakfast.
Yeah, no. She wanted to identify the plural of breakfast, but you do not add ES in this particular case. You just add the S. So you can say breakfast, which is one breakfast, but you can say 3 or 4 breakfasts. You had to put an S to the end and not an ES. What she did, she put an ES to the end to get breakfasts. All right?
All right. Oh, Lord. All right. Thanks so much, Trinidad and Tobago. Today, word of the day was really, really exciting, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, very exciting. I love those kind of challenge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
All right, people.
Let's go for that. We will take the break from now and come back.
Yes. So debacle is the word of the day. And you businessmen, you see how interesting it is. But we can't do all of this.
Give me the spelling.
Yeah, DEBACLE, debacle. Okay. All right. So we go for the break, and when we come back, more until tomorrow when we have another word of the day challenge.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact Tech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At Tech, safety is our priority. Tech, the power to make it work.
From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues and the stories that matter most to you, this is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh boy. We are back. Time check. Yeah, it's 26 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And you listen to the Ground Report. I really enjoyed the word for today segment. It was nice, and I seen all you online here, some all you old Tilda, all of you, and Brown Johnny. Gail, how you going? Chachandra, good morning. Dave, Jill Monroe, in fact, dress school, all of you. Oh boy, not forgetting to Semantics, how you going, partner? Lucky Lal, good morning. Nadira, Gloria, how you going? Monica Ramkisoon. I seen the Dira laughing, Ann Brown laughing. Patricia Reed say, Andy laugh out loud. Your aim pass. Oh boy. It was nice. And somebody remarks here was saying that they did say some people, I just read something where some people say pronounce incorrectly. No, it where they say some Trinidad and Tobago have a unique, that's what the person was saying. Monica, she said Trinis have a unique vocabulary. No, but I understand when the document the same with the accent. And the only way, defined way where everybody will be right will be when you have to spell it. Because boy is boy, girl is girl, but that boy, however, is spelling it. That is everything. Breakfast, some people they understand. So it's about just the spelling aspect of it is the only way we can say, all right, you're correct. But you see the one when it comes to the pronunciation of it, I want to believe is so long as you understand it. You understand it because pronunciation of words based on your accent, where you're from. Because I really and truly just talk, don't the Tobagonians just pronounce things different. But I understand what they mean. It has some.
And you know, yesterday nobody said it best. You can pronounce it a particular way, but we must stick to the correct spelling.
Yeah, we had to stick to the correct spellings, correct. So nobody was really and truly quiet. So Trinidad and Tobago, I can't open the lines, but what I have to do is go to all these voice notes. I'm going to play all these voice notes there. Then I will go to the lines. You see, the voice notes will be shorter. When you go to the lines, people tend to think long. So let me just finish off all these voice notes. All voice notes, nobody, plus Teddy Ranks and many other people. So let's get some of those voice notes off our chest this morning.
Morning again, Andy. Miss Mother Birdie. Go to the head of the class. This is Teddy Rankin. Go to the head of the class, Miss Mother Birdie. Andy, here goes the eruption.
Morning, Andy. I see that you didn't play my last voice note. Anyhow, morning, Trinidad and Tobago. According to the nurses and them that protesting for the overtime. Now, I am a normal worker, and watch me, not a nurse, I do other work, no government job. But the point is, they want overtime. Why did they protest all the time 10 years ago? 10 years ago, when under the PNM regime, why did they didn't protest, walk and silent protest, all who protested for the wages and whatever? They had 10 years when PNM was in power to protest. They had 10 years. They want to bring down the UNC government. I can't believe these tribes are the Egyptians and them, the tribes of Israel, the more God did for them, they never was pleased. You understand? So the more UNC trying to make our lives better, they're still not pleased. So those are the Israelites who was ungrateful to God. Same thing as the Trinidadians who protested, they're ungrateful to the UNC. Only the first year, history repeating itself. You could tell these people are so ungrateful. They want money. And most people who want overtime and taking they just overdo it because sometimes they stay back and they don't work no overtime. They just sit down and make up the time. When I was a patient in the hospital years ago, I did major surgery and these nurses and I sit down there in the night. I was crying for pain. I overbled. I wanted to go in the washroom and call in and say, get up and go yourself. You understand? When I went to the bathroom, yeah, I fainted away. One of the nurses came in the morning time for the doctor to visit. I had high fever, I had chills, you understand? And when the doctor came, before the doctor came, he said, don't tell the doctor nothing, don't tell the doctor nothing. I said, excuse me? They never came and attended to me in the night to how I was. When the doctor pulled the sheet, I said, doctor, I feel like I urinate myself. When the doctor pulled the sheet, I said, I had high fever. When he pulled the sheet, he see the whole entire bed was in blood. And the nurse pretending that telling me, don't tell the doctor nothing. They was not doing the overtime. Yes, it have very good nurses. It have who are attentive, who do the job, who care. And it have those who sit down for the money. You understand? So the healthcare now, everybody's, any job you go, it have laissez-faire people who just sit down and collect the money. There'll be an early attendant. Yes, they came early and they left late. Nobody, you have to love something in order for you to do it with passion. Thank you and have a nice day.
I said 36. Tomorrow is gonna say Birdie. He's strong, he's like a jackass.
If the problem is the government don't have the finances to keep up with the health sector, it is only fair that the government do the audit as fast as possible. Bring these people who were mismanaging and squandering money, because they still have money. They still have money. It's not only the poor loan was made to pay back debts and mismanagement position. Go at these people who was walking away from this country with millions of dollars to do purchasing, and it didn't work out, and all that money just dropped by the wayside. So what we came back that money, or what about the Auditor General money? We need the money. So this happening for the government, they must mash people corn right now in the arena for mismanagement and squandering of the patrimony of the state, because that is our health sector need financing. Good morning.
Andy, take it easy before you bust a brain in your head. Andy, everything takes money to run. It takes money. If you pay no salaries and you have nothing coming in, where are you going to get the money to pay all the specialists? I live in America, and we have so much problems when I go to the hospital. Sometimes there's no bed in the hospital. We have to wait on a wheelchair, sometimes for hours and hours and hours to get in there. Sometimes for a whole day you don't get a bed to sit in a wheelchair.
Wait, Orlando. In America you're talking about, or in Trinidad when you're down here? That you say in America, you just have to wait for hours and hours, and in America you can't get a bed in America and them thing. And I want you, my foreign brothers and sisters that are various parts of America, whether it be in Orlando, whether it be New York, whether it be Washington, whether it be New Jersey, wherever part of America, you California, wherever part of America that you all are you all facing the same kind of situation when it comes to the healthcare system of Trinidad and Tobago? Is it that Orlando is correct? That is the same scenes with America too? I will really like to find out, because I didn't hear that. I hear jump high, jump low. It's not like that. Even if it is the American healthcare system way better than Trinidad and Tobago. That's why I hear, because many people who are dual citizenship, if they pick up with any illness, they just rather leave Trinidad, go America to get their healthcare, than to stay here and have to wait just to see a doctor next 3 months.
Well, that's in the case that they have health insurance. We have free healthcare in this country. Yeah, we must remember that.
All right, well, those who don't have it, I will want to find out, because America has to see about people whether they have insurance or not. So let me see if who don't have it, they have a special place for them where the government subsidize that, and if them going through it just like Trinidad. I will really like to know. Right, so call. Let me just finish these voice notes, and I really want to know that, Ollie. I really want to know that.
There are people who don't have health care in this country, and I do have good health. Because I pay for it, I still have to wait. I still have to spend hours in the hospital. So you come here and talking about they're not bringing up money. They don't pay health care. I don't want to say, but I pay over $150 a week for health care. So Andy, you got to go easy. The government have no money. When money starts flowing, sometimes I wish I come to Trinidad and pay and get my health care, because when I come to the money, I could pay the best doctor. Okay? Wow. So you're going to take it easy. Stop the government at a higher what? We have no money, we're going to hire pay what? Through their what? Wow. Okay. The nurses will want to understand. Go out there and find their go to a different country and work in one. They have no money. PNL leave no money for the people. PNL squander the money and leave no money, Dr. Wills. Rowley go to other country and spend millions of dollars for his people. They leave no money for the government.
Morning, Andy Williams. It's me again. If you love your job and you go out there to do a job, you swear to an oath, you will do your job with love. We wouldn't be studying money. Money going to come. You have bills to pay and all these things. But the hype in money wouldn't make you a better person. Because if you have and don't have a good mind, the money ain't going to buy your mind and change it. You have to go out there I'm leaving my home to go and do a job to the best of my ability. I'm doing it with love and hoping and praying to Almighty God that whatever I do to the patient will get a better understanding of what is going on. I mean, nobody said to vex with them for going out there for their money. But what about the patients? Andy Williams, is me again, trying to send another voice note. But I don't understand why the nurses, yes, they could make noise to their money, but if you don't like a job, don't do it now because you wouldn't do a good job of it. People go into the hospital not feeling well, and if you're simple good morning, good afternoon, you pass everybody like exam and go about your business, you're not saying anything to nobody. If you ask a question, they want to ball up on you. Not everybody, all of them are nice. One of them tell me I'm backing on the wrong tree because I asked why she not calling my name. I seen people coming after me going in and my name ain't calling. It's all kind of thing that us be doing. I not against them.
So she tell you you're backing up the wrong tree. Let me continue. Yes. You tell you, woman. But I see people come after me, the name calling and my name ain't calling, and you know it's nice, and you know what?
You're backing up the wrong tree. Oh gosh.
For the money, but they must do the job for the money. Yes, they does work hard sometimes when he have emergency and when he had COVID and all them kind of thing. Don't mind the Helsinki, them a tin of biscuit for whatever what they do for COVID. But they need to understand the treasury was empty. The inbound somewhere they're getting the money from to spend. And they're not understanding that they have to negotiate and get money for the nurses and don't depend on anybody else to. All they're doing all kind of things in this country that to disrupt this place. A woman said that a day on Facebook, remember it's the nurses that they start the 1990 coup because they was protesting. Is that they want to do? If it's that they want to do, they're going to get a rude awakening because those days are gone. And people not going to sit down and take that. You see, that is the reason why me don't go there. I don't go there. I ask God not to let me go there. If I have to die, let me die home in my house. I'm not going in no hospital for nobody to rough me up and tell me all kind of thing. I know I'm old, so nobody am going to tell me that. And when you go there, it's the senior citizens that get any bad treatment. Because they know them giving you a lifespan. Them know when you go dead. So they're doing things for you to die faster. What are we doing in this country? Yes, you want your money, but let me sit down and understand what's going on. Let me sit down and try to make this country a better place. And let them employ the nurses that don't qualify and come out and not getting a job. Give them the license and let them fill up these spaces and let the place get to work as it's supposed to work. Because we don't have nothing going on. People home and they want jobs. They want nurses want jobs. The man who negotiated, who thinking there for the nurses and them, he ain't see that, he ain't see the hospital they want nurse. All he see that them whether they want money, he don't see nothing else. People of Trinidad and Tobago, we have to go out there with love. We have to show love. We have to, Florence Nightingale must be turning up wherever she is. This is not what she planned for, this is not what she bring out as nurses. So let me see what we could do now, please, because we want a betterment in this hospital, in all the sectors in Trinidad and Tobago. And we know you have people inside there who bent on mashing up a place. But God is able, and God will dismiss all the disgruntled and all the evildoers. He's going to move them out of the space. Have a good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys. Listen to me. Everybody in this country know that not only nurses and teachers, every worker in this country, in the government, need the money. Tell me, who the hell don't need money, right? But the thing is this, how are you so desperate now? It's 9.5, if you call it 10 long years. Everything was going up. And all you was so in love with Rowley and the PNM. And all you was so afraid. It's like a man who beating up people and them woman afraid them. All you so afraid Rowley. No matter what. It had no protest, no noise, no union gallery, and everybody was quiet. You understand? If all you was getting all your money piece by piece for the past 10 years, I mean 3 years, 3 years, 3 years, all your salary would have been where it's supposed to be now. You understand? So all you deserve the money, I ain't saying no, you know. So all you stop disrespecting thing, go be saying, stop terrorizing the Minister of Health and this government. You hear? All you didn't do it when Rowley was treating all you like dog. You understand? All your nurses work during the pandemic, and all the other thing all you is a small tinner, a stale biscuit, and all you smile and say thanks, right? But all you always feel when PNM in government, all you quiet, all you nice, all you orderly. And when UNC come into thing, everybody turn bad John, everybody turn beast, everybody feel they can bully, and make it look as if it's UNC have all you in the position that all you're in. It is not UNC, it is the PNM, and all you allow it, right? This government is fixing this country, and workers and everybody will get what they deserve because everybody need money. You understand? But don't feel all you could be bullying, and get what all you want. If I was the minister and the minister of health, I would fire out the whole pack all year that coming out, you hear? Intent on making bacchanal in this country for every issue. All you will get all your money. But let me tell all you, just all you was quiet when PNM was doing all kind of, getting money to the friends and family and to all you. Hey, if all you was quiet then, be quiet now. All you will get all your money when the government find ways and means to raise the funds after PNM went with all.
Good morning, Trinidad Tobago. Kendrick here. Good morning. I lock on late, man, Hey, listen, I hear that caller, man, calling about the nurses and doctors. He's right. He's absolutely 100% right. I say again, yesterday, I used to work in the medical field. I quit the job. It was a lot of work and not getting proper pay. And hiring other people over here do the same thing. That who they know and who they know. Right? I'm telling you. Right? So I'm letting you know that was happening. The government don't have no money to have a lot of doctors and good nurses out there who young people train. Not them old folks, you need to get rid of them, batten them. You know what I mean? I'm not being prejudiced, but but I'm saying these are the laziest folks that do not want to work. They want to sit down there and make money and talk to people how they want. You know? So I give the brother 100%. Caller, you're right. Yeah, I don't want to be rude. Morning again. Andy, coming from that subject, man. You will go on and on the whole program, man. It's a better thing to talk about, better thing going on in the country. To talk about big words. Who cares? That's not the program about. Man, this getting boring, man. Bye.
Hey, that is a segment, boy. That is a pay thing. The big words.
The man get vexed, though.
Yeah, the man know what the big words. You had to get the big words, boy.
So yeah, what we'll do? What you'll do? You'll take his number, and let him buy the time.
Let him buy that time.
Yeah. So he will talk about whatever he wants in that space where we have the big word segment.
Okay. I'll tell him because he's a big one out there. He have trucks out there.
Yeah. He could buy that time. We could cut out that segment, and he will get to talk about his issues.
Yeah. So Kendrick, I'm gonna call you, man. You will have to pay for at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes a time in that segment, and we're going to get rid of the big word segment, man. And we're going to have it the Kendrick segment, okay?
Nice. Yeah, that sounds good. Sponsored by Kendrick.
So we're going to do that. I'm going to call you, Kendrick. Look out for the call, Kendrick. Yeah.
Morning, everybody. Two quick things on yesterday's program, really. A continuing debate, it seems, between Lennox Smith and I along the CPEP workers. And it's a debate, meaning we will present concepts and ideas in a public forum for the public to then suss out the merits and demerits of it. My position was and remains that the CPEP workers in the interim, have them report to the nearest corporation yard, and importantly, prove that they were legitimate CPEP workers. And once they are, then every day they report, they sign in, and the corporation will then find work for them. Right? The next position is that is a bad idea, that will move the corruption of CPEP into the corporation. No, sir. By having them prove, making them have to prove who they are legitimately, that eliminates that problem. And what you also eliminate is you eliminate the contractor, which was the other real source of the corruption in CPEP. Right? And, well, your position is dole it out. The next position is just dole it out, give out the money. Well, how do you prove that these people were legitimate workers? One. And by just doling out the money, you won't get any work from them. You won't get any value. This country is short on cash. We need value for money. So at the very least, you can get some work, some much needed work around the country done. Everything from the normal grass cutting to even road works that the corporation normally does, right? Which is very much needed right now. You can't be doling out free money. So that's my position. It will get people back off the breadline, and it will eliminate the corruption, and we will get some value from it. So that's point one. Point two is on Busman. Normally I don't discuss people, I discuss ideas or issues, but Busman is becoming an issue. I don't mind him doing his bus thing, and when he pretends to know what is going on in the world, I will come here and correct him. But it's the second time that I have noticed he's referred to Santa Cruz as Santa Cumao. The first time he did it, I made a note of it. I came and said it here in this program. He did it again yesterday. That is a dog whistle. It is a racial dog whistle. And his position is, you must not break tax rule, and you'll be okay on this program. He is at least bending a well-established rules in TAT around racial statements. That's my position. So, Andy, I think we need to look at this. An apology is necessary. Citizen Nobody and Lennox agree on a lot of things, but we disagree from time to time. And for years we've been doing that. And you all know me as Citizen Nobody because I don't want people to know my name. Because then all my crazy ideas, you'll then attach a name to it. But you know what? The time has come. I'm going to reveal this morning my name.
Boy, let me hear it.
So I, Citizen Nobody, am none other than the one and only, yours truly, Lennox Smith. That's right, people. We've been debating ourselves. Right? You now know the secret.
Boy, it's nice, boy.
Today's April Fool's, brother. Today is April Fool's. So he just caught us.
He catch me.
Catch you there. Thought you was going to get the name there.
Finally. You know what people would have waited to hear on him? If it's African name, Indian name, Chinese name, where's his name? Man say he's Citizen Nobody. And the man going like a DJ going and introduce some big artists. You know, some hosts. And coming on stage. Yes. And then he say, I's Lennox Smith. Oh my God, boy, nobody. Let me continue there. Hey, I had to take this call. I haven't heard this stalwart for quite a while. Go ahead, Mr. Ramnarayan out there in Canada. Pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Andy and Lennox.
Yes.
How you doing?
Well, we are all right here, just fighting up people protesting. The country have no money. Some of the things the people protesting for is legitimate, but the issue is the country have no money.
So we know that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, and the crime
everybody knows when
situation.
CNN come under power, they leave the country dry.
Yeah,
they don't leave no money there.
Yeah, the country dry. It have no
And
money,
you know the thing about it, Andy? When PNA was there, you never hear idiot clamoring and getting on.
Yeah, but
that guy's a clown. He want to get relevance, but he can't get out. You know? What's he trying to prove? He just misleading the nurses. You know? I was talking to somebody else. I mean, I work here. Like in the first time in history, I hear somebody work 400 hours overtime in 3 months. Huh? I mean, say that's ridiculous. How could you work 400 hours overtime in 3 months? You know, it's a lot of racket. You know, I mean, say they have shortage of nurses here too in Canada. But nurses they work a couple of hours overtime. But first time in history, I've heard somebody work 400 hours overtime in 3 months, taking up $80,000 in salary in overtime. You know? So these people, I know the thing about it, they get the money and they spend the money. And they don't when they can't give account where the money went. You know? Do your bloody job. Get paid for it. One thing I'll blame the government for, they have to hire nurses. There are a lot of nurses that are qualified in Trinidad, and they're supposed to hire them. Fill in the blank. Fill in the space. So there's no overtime for anybody. Let them work with a regular salary.
And then they will make mistakes. They will make mistakes because of long hours.
Whoever was signing up on this overtime, he should be making a jail. He should make a jail because he get kicked back. He get a lot of kickback. You see, I'm sorry to say it, but that is facts. Because if you could sign for 400 hours overtime for one person in 3 months, that's ridiculous. You know? I mean, I work in this country, and I could tell you, I have never heard anybody work more than 40 hours or 30 hours overtime in 3 months. Here, over there, 400 hours overtime in 3 months. Yeah? I mean, that's ridiculous. You know? Wow. And this clown idiot in his shirt, bringing out these people.
Yes, you bringing all these people here, you? Wow. I hope and you're not here, we're not getting here again. We supposed to take a next quick break and all you. Hey, let me go for that last quick break there and come back, Snipes. So I will organize a wrap up when we come back.
Your news anytime, anywhere. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
The microphones are down and the boots are laced up. This Good Friday, the top media houses of Trinidad and Tobago are stepping off the air and onto the field. Get ready for the Intermedia Football Cup 2026. Come out and rep your favorite media personalities as they clash for football glory and bragging rights. The best part? It's free. So bring the family, bring your coolers, and don't forget your vibe. Friday, April 3rd, Police Barracks, St. James. It's football, energy, and excitement. Kickoff at 11 a.m. The Intermedia Football Cup 2026, powered by TTT Limited. For more information, love, follow us on social media at TTT Live Online. No glass bottles allowed. Intermedia Football Cup 2026.
The TTT Intermedia Football Cup 2026, sponsored by Digicel, Sunshine Snacks, Blue Waters, Stamina Energy, AA Lucky's, Kenny Sports, and the TTT Limited Media Network.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact TN-Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact TNTech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At TNTech, safety is our priority. TNTech, the power to make it work.
From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues and the stories that matter most to you, this is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk. Any views or opinions expressed on the ground report are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, only it's 3 minutes to the hour to 9 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. You're also listening to us and viewing us on our several social media platforms. There's real people calling, but we only have 7 minutes. I don't think I have any other voice notes because I did take off. I think I have some others, boy. I might have to play those voice notes based on how long our next day, which will be tomorrow morning, please God. Right. So that is what I will have to do. So Trinidad and Tobago, oh boy, look at voice notes. Everybody wanted that to say, including Miss Santa Cruz. Yeah. Everybody wanted to say. So let me just take this call short and sweet. Caller, pleasant good morning to you. Where are you calling from? And what's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning, Andy. Norfolk, Virginia. Long time no talk.
Right, Virginia.
I'm just a bit curious.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit curious. You have some regular callers, one from Florida, another one from, I think, Canada or somewhere. And, total Trump haters. They suffer from Trump-Petrotrin syndrome. But listen, since the Prime Minister has embraced real leadership here in the United States, what is your opinion of those callers, And I know that who I'm talking about because,
Mr. Orlando.
They always hated.
Right, Mr. Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando, yeah. The New York transplant, the Biden New York transplant, yeah.
Kenrick.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right, Kenrick.
Yeah, and Kenrick. Yeah, the Trump haters, the Trump derangement syndrome. What has been their attitude since?
Kenrick stand up strong, man. Kenrick love his president. Kenrick is, yes, man. Can't have to side with Trump, man. And yeah, what if you
so he's a flip-flopper now, eh? Oh, he love only because the Prime Minister now embraced Trump, man. You see how you can see these fellas in them? They go step with whatever is in the wind. They should run for public office.
Hey, I never said the man is a flip-flopper. I go on with that one time. I never said that. All I know, Kenrick, let people know Trump is not making joke, Hey, Maduro, watch yourself. Trump is coming for you. Yeah, the man was talking about Trump real highly. Trinidad and Tobago coming up next. Off the record, that the big program after the Ground Report from 9 to 12. With yours truly, Stefan and Mr. X, eh? Oh boy, I see Stefan sharing leaks yesterday. Whap! I said, but we this boy. I said that program like it get violent and carpet. Pow clout! I said, oh God. I said, well boy, me want to get clout, me want to get licks. So let me just stay quiet. Knowing that I'm not in studio there, I could afford to say that because the kite mark carpet and the kite mark clout. Oh my God. So Trinidad and Tobago, you could choose anywhere else to lock on, or any other radio station to lock on to. You all choose Talk City 91.1 FM. You all also choose our several social media platforms to get us. Thanks so much. After God family comes first, be safe on the nation's roads, eh? Yes, you have to. It's only death, accident. You all see what went on with the young man King. One thing, leave one side of the road, go on the next side and kill people in the center of it. Go, right? So please be safe on the nation's roads. On behalf of the Ground Report team, I'm Andy Williams, better known as the Pitbull of radio. Ruff. I'd just like to say we are out of here.
Talk
Bang, bang,
91.1 FM. Talk.
The cabinet has approved the increase in the permissible age of importation of foreign-use right-hand drive private cars, that's sports utilities, SUVs, sedans, and station wagons powered by gasoline, dieseline, or compressed natural gas, CNG, from 3 years to under 8 years and under from the date of manufacture.
Music. Culture.
As Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa has announced recently with our revitalization master plan, we are open for business. And a key area, a key focus of that master plan is, of course, the energy sector and the energy hub. And we will be open for business, not only for Nutrien, but for all other players that wish to discuss their investment portfolio with us.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.